And welcome everybody to ongoing coverage of the Young Stars Classic from the South Okanagan Event Center. Bob Stauffer from the Oilers Radio Network along with Brendan Parker from Flames TV. It is the Battle of Alberta. The two best teams, I think, on paper heading into the season this year in the Pacific Division. The two teams that met last year in the Pacific Final. Let's get it started today in this rookie game.
Why not waste no more time? I mean, this is an exhibition. It's before the pre. But anytime the Flames and Oilers meet, you can feel that. The players know that. I think you don't have to be exposed to the Battle of Alberta too long to get that feeling before a game between two provincial rivals. And they met in the playoffs in the NHL. They met in the playoffs in the American Hockey League as well. There's some familiarity throughout the entire organization. We're looking forward to this one.
Yeah, Calgary's done a great job. They've moved a lot of picks historically over the last several years to upgrade their team. But they do a great job filling out their roster. And as for the Oilers, they've got 4 first-round picks that we're going to see tonight as we take a look at our lineups. And there's no question that for Edmonton, their top line last night of Dylan Holloway, James Hamlin, and Xavier Bourgault, they made some things happen and ultimately got involved in the game-winning goal. Noah Philp had a quiet offensive night, but a strong two-way game. And we're going to be focusing on a couple players. He went 22nd overall in the 2021 draft. That's Xavier Bourgault. This guy had 36 goals last year, 75 points. Real offensive upside. Probably headed to Bakersfield this year, but a very intriguing prospect for the Oilers organization. Also was a part of the World Junior team. And then Reed Schaefer, a bit of a throwback player. Seattle Thunderbirds probably have the toughest team year after year in the Western Hockey League. They lost in the WHL final to a powerhouse Edmonton Oil Kings squad. Schaefer's father played in the Western League, was a legendary enforcer. Reed's got a lot more offensive upside, 32 goals. So those are a couple of the players for Edmonton that we're going to be taking a look at. Brendan, let's talk a bit about Calgary.
Yeah, well, for the Calgary Flames, obviously they lose last night against the Vancouver Canucks, but an opportunity to get right back at it tonight. Head coach Mitch Love talked about loving their first period, but maybe need a little bit more in the second and third and carry some of the momentum. A couple of changes to the forward group and defensive group, but most notably Adam Klappa will get an opportunity to go up on kind of their top line alongside Jacob Pelche and Cole Schwindt. As far as players to watch here tonight, Connor Zary, one of those 2 first-round picks for the Calgary Flames that are in the lineup here at the Young Stars Classic back in 2020, 24th overall. A guy that fractured his ankle in the exhibition game throughout rookie camp, actually this time last year, set his season back 10 weeks, he said. So he's looking to build on a good finish to this year. And this is a guy that you will not miss on the ice. 6'7", 235 pounds out of the Czech Republic. Adam Klapka, he's making the transition back to North America. Did spend some time with the Tri-City Storm in the USHL a couple of years ago, but played in the Czechia top league last year. Big man, but has some good hands and big feet, 13.5 size foot skates. And Mitch Love joked about he could fit 2 of his own feet into one of Adam Klapka's skates. So you won't miss him tonight, and he'll be posted up in front of the net.
Brendan, the one thing I noticed between the 2 games yesterday, both games had frenetic energy. You could tell the players hadn't played together. But I thought the Calgary-Vancouver game had a lot more physicality. And
yeah.
That is sort of been a bit of a modus operandi for the competitive nature in which the Flames target their players.
It's 100% one of the topics they brought up right before this tournament started is you can always control your competitiveness no matter how much rust you have, how many nerves you have. Be competitive, and we saw that through elements of that Vancouver game. There were some conversations after the whistle. You could see some of that building throughout the game, and I expect it to continue tonight.
Well, it's interesting because when we first came to this tournament back in 2010, 2011, you would see a lot of, there would be 4 or 5 fights often. I know the Oilers team in 2013 only scored 4 goals in 3 games, but they had 6 fights. I mean, there was a lot of that. There's a different type of player today, but Calgary still has a bigger, to me, heavier presence. But they're looking for a little bit of offense tonight.
Well, absolutely, and you need to find some of that, and some of that comes with the confidence. Some of it comes with working off some of the rust. The first game action a lot of these guys have coming out of their off seasons. But without doubt, I mean, when we see some of that, some of the physicality, and these are guys trying to make an impression, and everybody has their management staff, their scouting staff. They want to make sure that they're leaving a good first impression, second impression, and when they get to main camp, an opportunity to push for tougher decisions and maybe roster spots, whether it's in Calgary, the Wranglers moving to the Calgary now full-time, their American Hockey League team, or the big club, the Flames.
It's going to be an intriguing night. Calgary going back-to-back with Dustin Wolf. It's probably one of their top 5 prospects. Olivier Rodrigue will start in goal for the Edmonton Oilers, rookies. And the next voice that you're going to hear is our public address announcer, Joey Pitt.
The South Okanagan Event Center recognizes the Penticton Indian Band and the traditional ancestral unceded territory of the Okanagan Syilx people, whose lands we live, learn, and do our work. Fans, at this time, we ask that you rise if you're able and remove your hats and join Christine Leclerc in the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And so we're about ready to get rolling from the South Okanagan Event Center, the Battle of Alberta. The referees for tonight's game will be Grady Hamilton and Alexander Clark. The linesmen are Simone Desbiens and Josh Mirko. Starting in goal to our broadcast left for the Calgary Flames will be Dustin Wolf. He is a stellar prospect for the Flames organization. 33-9-4 last year, a 2.35 goals against average, 924 save percentage in Stockton. In goal to our broadcast right, a second-round pick of the Oilers organization, early third-round pick back in 2018, Olivier Rodriguez. Split time between the American League and the ECHL. The Flames will go up front with Connor Zary, along with Emilio Peterson, and a fleet-footed big man, Walker Duer, who got into NHL action last season. The Oilers counter with their top line, James Hamblin, along with Dylan Holloway, as well as Xavier Bourgault, as it's stuffed back into the Flame zone. Pitching on the right side wall, directing one to the net was Bourgault, and a save by the netminder Wolf, and then reversed back in the corner. Zary up the boards. It's played back behind the goal, and Kuznetsov has it for the Flames. He's checked off the puck there by Holloway on the left side wall, plays it back to the point. It's cleared out by Rhett Reinhardt, and the Flames start back through center. Zary to the Oilers' blue line, dumps it in. That'll signify a change, and Edmonton has the puck 30 seconds in. Philip Broberg with possession. Lead pass through the middle, that got knocked down. Flames, the big man, Adam Klapka, in on the forecheck, plays it behind the Oiler goal. Edmonton gains possession. They try to outline it up the right side boards. It hops into the glass, and we have a stoppage 45 seconds into the opening stanza. No score.
Bob, we talked about it right off the top, the goaltending matchup here tonight. And for Dustin Wolf, he was busy last night. 14 shots in the third period. It was inevitably the difference in that hockey game. Vancouver finds 3, including 1 into the empty net. But Dustin Wolf still makes 34 saves in that hockey game and was stellar throughout. So tasked with a back-to-back start here tonight for the Calgary Flames.
Noah Philp to take the draw for the Oilers rookies, and Calgary and Edmonton were the two organizations in on him last year. He eventually signed in Edmonton. A chance right in front off the drop on a net-drive play there for the Flames, and equal to the task with the stop was Olivier Rodriguez. Klapka, the big man, interesting story.
He is a fascinating story, and obviously a great job by the European scouting staff of the Calgary Flames. They tracked down Klapka, convinced him to come to Calgary, and he's invested in the organization. Spent some time over the summer here in Calgary. He actually played with Ladislav Smid, the former Edmonton Oiler and Calgary Flame. Played last year in Liberec there in the Czech League, and an opportunity to learn from a wily veteran in Smid and taking that into his first year in North America.
Smid will now be a development coach for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Edmonton dumps it back into the Calgary zone. Scoreless, a minute 10 gone in the opening period, and the Flames have puck possession back behind their goal. Jeremy Poirier won a Memorial Cup, plays it up the boards, pinching on the wall and keeping it in there was Jeremy Hansel. Reed Schaefer with Seattle as well as Hansel, and puck got knocked down and tried to play it back to the point, and the Flames clear it back to the Oilers' rookies' blue line. Dumped off the boards, and starting back the other way, Carter Savoy. That looked to be offside. It is, and we have a whistle.
It's interesting you talked about Noah Philp, and obviously his brother Luke Philp, a member of the Calgary Flames organization there for 3 seasons, Stockton Heat. Those two brothers meeting each other in the AHL playoffs in the quarterfinals, I think it was, of the Pacific Division, actually semifinals of the Pacific Division. So some experience there for both guys. Luke Philp signing with the Chicago organization over the offseason.
Brad Pascal and Craig Conroy went to Wolfville Acadia to the University Cup Championship, where Philp was playing with Alberta. Puck dumped in off the backboards, in on goal. And Dustin Wolf is a story. I mean, this guy just there's a new breed of smaller goaltenders in the league.
The resurgence.
Yeah, Shesterkin isn't huge. He's a terrific netminder. This guy within a year from now is going to be with the Flames.
Absolutely, and he's got a nice little development path set up. You got Jacob Markstrom, Dan Vladar in Calgary right now, so he's going to get the reps. He's going to be that starter for the Wranglers, and his development path is set.
Set off, the Red Deer Rebel had a big year last year. Sends it up the boards and back into the Oilers zone. It's wrapped around the wall, and a collision there, unable to knock the puck down for Edmonton, and they can't gain possession. They try to dump it up the left side boards, and Ty Nash, that's the son of Tyson Nash, couldn't negotiate contact. Calgary plays it back into the Edmonton zone. It's wrapped around the wall again, up the left side. Nash through the middle, and Kesseling couldn't pick it up, and Lucas Sionis, a hard-hitting player for the Seattle Thunderbirds, sent Nash askew. Second chance opportunity, and Charlie Wright gets it into the Flame zone. It wraps around the boards. Hamblin can't knock it down. Calgary starts back. And Boucher was angled off there by Philip Broberg. Up the right side, starting away through center. Holloway down the wall, cuts to the net. Screams through the crease, but couldn't have the touch to finish off the rush. Broberg activates from the left side on his backhand, rolls one through the crease. Pitching from the right point, shot ripped in by Max Water, wide of the net. It's back to the left point. Broberg's got it. His shot goes wide of the net. Calgary will try to clear it up the boards. Good pinch there by Max Water. And the Oilers have possession. Bourgault looking for James Hamblin. That's knocked down, and Calgary will attempt to clear the zone. They have time and space through center, and Cole Hutkins at the end of his shift was able to get it deep back into the Oilers zone. 3:10 gone, opening period, no score, Edmonton and Calgary. And the Oilers rookies start away. A left side pass activating through center is Noah Philp. Gains the Calgary blue line, shot, scores! Noah Philp was a 75-point scorer at the Seattle Thunderbirds. Bit of a late bloomer in the Western League. And he lit the Calgary Dinos up last year at 7 points in 2 games in the series that advanced Alberta to the University Cup. And he didn't finish off a couple opportunities last night. I think that's a bit of a surprise, scoring from there. Nice shot.
That's a heck of a play by Noah Philp, though, to come in with speed through the neutral zone like that, and a quick wrister. Maybe caught Dustin Wolf a little bit by surprise, but right on the short side, and a beautiful release there from Philp to open up the scoring here for Edmonton.
Walker Dewar sends Hansel into the boards, and Dewar was very impressive last year in the rookies game. Edmonton starts away. Carter Savoy couldn't get the puck out of the zone, and here's a chance for Zary. Drags it from his forehand to his backhand. Button hooks, plays it back to the point. Poirier waiting, cuts to the middle, shoots, and a good save made by Olivier Rodrigue. Poirier's got a lot of skill. High-scoring defenseman out of the Quebec League, and it was checked off his stick by Carter Savoy outside the line. 4 minutes gone, first period, 1-0 Edmonton. And going back is Ilya Solyov, and he is a talented player and prospect for the Flames organization. They start away through center. Peterson drops it off to Dewar. Return pass for Peterson. It's going to be kept into the point, ripped in on goal, and making the save is Olivier Rodrigue. Point shot there, a long-range bomber that came from Simon Levine.
Levine, one of those guys from the QMJHL, but you talked about Poirier and some of the skill. We got a little flash of it there with moving the puck and finding some open space in the offensive zone, and that's the strength of Jeremy Poirier, the Memorial Cup champion out of St. John, and obviously a guy that has a lot of the offensive side and a lot of the offensive tools, but he's got to continue to work on that defensive game, which he's talked about here since joining the Flames organization.
Obviously, Patrick Lachance is a Quebec League scout for the Flames, and he's got the ear of Todd Button. There's a lot of players out of LeCue drafted by the Flames organization over the last several years, and several of them are here right now. Flames with a chance. It's back to the right point. Calgary's got possession. Set off, plays it behind the goal. Charlie Wright works for possession, can't do so. It comes up the boards on the far side. Knocked down there by Xavier Bourgault. Can't come away with it as they continue to scrap away for the puck. Just under 5 minutes gone, first period, 1-0 Edmonton. And finally, Kesserling gains possession through center. A left side pass to Holloway. Hops inside of his man. Bourgault with a chance on his backhand. Penalty coming up. And the Oilers rookies are going to get a power play. And as a net drive created an opportunity, and Edmonton gets a chance to work with the extra man. As going off for the Flames is Jacob Pelche, who was terrific last season as a rookie in the American League. Let's take another look at the goal here, Brendan. At the penalty, rather. We'll go to the penalty.
Yeah, here's a look at Jacob Pelche, and it was both him and Simone Levine in there on the defensive side, but it was Levine diving, and I think it's Pelche that gets the stick in there on Bourgault. He goes off for tripping, but Flames kind of trying to crash into the puck carrier there, but it's a couple of good offensive shifts for that top line of the Oilers already here tonight. Holloway had a burst, and now Bourgault that draws
First
the penalty.
First power play for Edmonton on the ice, which features Broberg as the lone defenseman. Matvei Petrov had a big season last year with North Bay. He is out there. In fact, he has the puck right now with the Oilers rookies top line through center. Petrov through the middle looking for Holloway. It's in. And a save made there by Dustin Wolf. Dylan Holloway looking to make Edmonton's team. Ken Holland, who's coming up during our second intermission, the Oilers GM, told me about 6 weeks ago that Philip Broberg has to basically play his way off the team, and Dylan Holloway basically has to play his way on the team. He's missed a lot of hockey over the last couple seasons due to a couple wrist surgeries, so he's looking to get going and positive impact right from the get-go here, Brendan.
Good challenge for a young player, though. Coming in.
Wins the draw. Broberg, right side pass for Bourgault. Reverses back to Broberg. His shot blocked. Second chance. Broberg walks in. One-timer. Caught a piece of the iron there and a ripper from Holloway. Now on the right point is Bourgault. Plays it back behind the goal, looking for Hamblin. Tries to spin away. Left side to Petrov. Short side pass in front. It's loose at the side of net. Hamblin can't knock it down. And the Flames are going to be able to clear the zone. Oilers just about made it 2-0. And Calgary hustling up after the puck there is Ilya Nikolaev, who got hurdled into the boards, and Edmonton's got a chance to start back in the transition. There's less than a minute left on the power play. Philp drops one off. High slot. Return pass didn't get there. Emilio Peterson took Philp hard into the boards, and Calgary is going to be able to clear the puck.
This is an aggressive penalty kill. We saw it last night. Pelche, one of those guys, he's sitting in the box right now. He was actually paired with Schwint last night, taking his place. Klapka getting a little bit on the special team side, the defensive and the PK.
It's hammered into the far right corner. The Oilers try to outman the Flames. They've still got another 30 seconds left on the power play, but Calgary's going to come away with possession and vacate the zone with the puck. Schaefer now starts Edmonton away to Max Wanner. A left side pass, chase on his horse through center. Down low, looking for Jeremy Hansel. Back behind the goal for Noah Philp. Tries to fight free, poke it back to the right point. Wanner's makes a patient move. Fires one in on goal. Solid save by Dustin Wolf. The Flames are back to full strength. Edmonton 0 for 1 in the power play, out shooting Calgary 6-4, but leading by a score of 1-0 on a goal by Noah Philp.
Back to even strength now. The Calgary Flames will send out a unit. Rory Cairns, 118 points in the Ontario Hockey League last year, second among all scorers.
Had a great year. Ty Nash through center for Edmonton. Shot gets directed towards the goal. It broke a stick, and the Oilers rookies will go in and forecheck on the play, and Calgary's going to come away with possession. Set off a lead pass through the middle, far right side, looking for Lucas Siona, of Seattle Thunderbird player. He got ran into the boards there by Charlie Wright. Edmonton tries to dump one down the wall, and they just got it outside the line. Second chance opportunity for Calgary as they gained the zone, and Siona's shot was blocked there. Flames keep it in at the right point. And Beck tries to work free. Wright will battle down low with Nikolaev, and Edmonton's going to get a chance to clear the zone. They need to make a change. Adam Kambites, we didn't expect him to play. His dad played at the University of Calgary. His father, Jim, played in the Western League. He is in the lineup for the Oilers rookies. 8 minutes gone, first period, 1-0 Edmonton, and it's played into the Oilers zone. Back goes Max Wanner. Now to Broberg under duress, but he makes a smart play, gets it up the boards. And an effective defensive play there by Cole Schwint thwarted an Oilers surge, and it's played back into the Edmonton end. Back to the right point. Reinhardt's shot blocked, knocked down. Holloway starts away. He's got Bourgault with him. He chips a pass through. It's going to roll towards the goal, and Reinhardt, a 6'4" defenseman, knocks it down and then gets knocked down himself on a hit by Dylan Holloway. Jan Kuznetsov for Calgary spent some time in the American League last year, then ended up winning a Memorial Cup champion in St. John. Clears the zone. Edmonton dumps it back in, and Kesseling got crushed into the wall. As the physicality picks up here, 9 minutes gone in the opening period, 1-0 Edmonton. Pelche now in on the forecheck, tries a high slot pass that got deflected off his stick back into the Calgary zone.
Yeah, you talk about the physicality like Dylan Holloway. You want to earn a job. That's one of the things he's going to do well. Get in on the forecheck, be physical. That's a good sign of good things from the young player trying to make an impression here early on in this game.
Calgary dumps it into Edmonton's end. The Oilers rookies start back through center. Philip Ngaras will chase. Camite's in on the forecheck as well. Schaefer there to follow up, tries to body his man off the puck, swings it behind the goal, and Jeremy Poirier has it for Calgary, reverses behind the net, and the Flames will start up the middle. Connor Zary, lead pass through to an activating Poirier, right side to Pelche, that's knocked down. Edmonton clears it, can't get it out. It's kept in there, nice play by Pelche, the shot directed wide of the net by Walker Dewar. Oilers rookies can't clear the zone. There's a shot ripped in on goal, and we get a stoppage. Edmonton up 1-0, 9:56 to play in the opening period when we return.
Scale the Skaha Bluffs. Barrel down the twisted trails. Paddle through those serene waters. Penticton has it all and more. Stroll down to the farmer's market. Sample the local bounty and revel in our natural beauty. Penticton, the mecca of adventure, the place for everyone. Go to visitpenticton.com and plan your trip now.
The wait is finally over. The roar of the Sea of Red is coming. Your Calgary Flames are set to hit the ice at Scotiabank Saddledome. Tickets are on sale now for the 2022-2023 season. Join the Sea of Red and watch all the incredible Flames action live. Get your tickets now at calgaryflames.com/tickets.
Penticton, BC offers so much to see and do. Leave the keys and explore on foot, by bike, or paddling for an experience that's almost fuel-free. Out in the fresh Okanagan air, not only are you saving money, you're feeling better with exercise and the peace of mind that comes through responsible and sustainable travel. Feel the freedom of exploring Penticton fuel-free. Almost. Learn more at visitpenticton.com.
Back to the Young Stars Classic from the South Okanagan Events Center. Oilers rookies up by a score of 1-0, nearly made it 2-0. A little postage there on the power play. Good look.
One of the best looks on that man advantage, and that's one of the challenges in a tournament like this. You're putting some kids together. Many of them haven't played together before. Special teams is often one of the last things that comes with chemistry, and so you got to work on it. They've done it a couple of mornings here in the morning skates, and a couple of opportunities here, well, at least the one for the Edmonton Oilers, and Calgary Flames, obviously, and their opportunities last night. I think 3 on the man advantage, weren't able to bury one either.
Bob Stauffer from the Oilers Radio Network, along with Brendan Parker from Flames TV and a supporting cast of 1,000.
Takes an army.
There you go. Oilers rookies win the draw. They clear the zone. Noah Philp did a good job in the circle last night. He's got the goal. And Edmonton has puck possession on the right side boards. Back of the Calgary zone. Petrov's shot does not get through. Broberg will swing it down low looking for Chason, who missed a lot of time last year at the dislocated shoulder. Now to Petrov back behind the goal for Noah Philp. Can't come away with possession. And the teams continue to battle away in the corner to the left of the Flames net. Minder, Dustin Wolf, Noah Philp having a little bit of a fencing match there with Rory Cairns, and now the Flames are going to be able to clear the zone, and Dewar is on his horse. He's got a rangy stride, but the one man on the Oilers rookies defense that can definitely skate with him is Philip Broberg, and they do a little bit of fencing up the ice. Holloway starts back through center to the Calgary blue line. That's broken up, and Walker Dewar starts away up the Calgary right wing, sends it into the far left corner And in on the forecheck goes Ilya Nikolaev. Back to LaPointe. And Calgary's Jan Kuznetsov keeps it in. Dumps it high slot, looking for Jack Beck. There's a shot, ripped in, scores! And it was Jack Beck who fired it on the net. And Rodrigue couldn't contain it all, and we have ourselves a tie game.
You know, this is some excellent work by the forward line to get that puck back and work it toward the net, but it's Lucas Siona, the big man from the Seattle Thunderbirds, that posted up in front of the net and caused Rodrigue some trouble trying to track this puck. Might have even been a little bit of contact there as Jack Beck fires it through. He was wrangling with right in front, and it's Siona that gets an unofficial assist on that one as Beck looks like he'll get credit for the goal.
Seattle's expected to have another good team again this year.
Yes.
We mentioned they have had for a number of years the most physical team in the Western Hockey League. So we're tied at 1, and there's 8:37 left in the opening period. Charlie Wright back pivots into his own zone. Up the boards, looking for Bourgault. That's knocked down by Kuznetsov, and it's dumped behind the Oilers' goal. There's a pass up the middle, and that was picked off. Edmonton was able to clear the zone. And Jeremy Poirier, you could just see the elite athleticism on him and the vision on the ice.
And the skating to match it.
Flames have got a left side D-man that's going to be in the league in a couple of years. He's got huge upside for Calgary. Dump back into the Oilers' zone. Kesselring under duress. Calgary's going to come away with possession. Shot directed on goal. Jeremy Hansel tries to reverse it up the wall, and Hamlin's away. He's going to try the Oilers rookie right wing. Through center, being checked from behind. Bourgault hacks it into the Calgary zone, and that signifies a change. Flames rookies start back. Solovyov, and he's a talented player. Played a lot last year in the AHL, dumps it in. Edmonton starts back. Nash chips and chases. Luca Hoff, who played for Germany in the World Juniors, is going to be with the Edmonton Oil Kings this season. He'll work and contest a battle down low with Adam Kambites. It's back to the left point. Hansel's shot ripped in on goal. Easy save for Dustin Wolf. And then Kambites gets in a little bit of an exchange afterwards there with Jeremy Poirier, and Poirier I don't think wants they need to keep him on the ice. He's a pretty good player.
Well, and you mentioned Solovyov getting that experience last year in the American Hockey League, his first year of pro, and kind of continue his evolution as a defender in the pro ranks, and a guy that comes from Belarus. He's spent some time with the national team, and obviously a real nice bright prospect for the Calgary Flames on the back end.
He's got a heavy shot too. He should maybe use it a little bit more.
And he'll get a few more reps. He was an experienced team in Stockton last year, particularly on the back end, so his reps and some minutes will come up a little bit as well when he gets back into Calgary with the Wranglers this season.
Kambites is in for 40 goals scored on the OHL last year. Ty Tullio, I saw him working out for the game. We thought he was going to play. Calgary brings it into the Oilers zone. And Emilio Peterson drops one off. It's chipped back down low by Setoff. There's a chance for Dewar, ripped through the crease, back to the left point. Levine keeps it in, directs it behind the goal for Dewar. Good cycle here for the Flames rookies. They battle. Dewar is a big body. Edmonton hacks it free, and the Oilers' fourth line is going to be attempting to clear the zone. They only got it to the blue line. Chance for Dewar the other way. Couldn't pick it up cleanly, and Broberg will have to chase back behind the Oilers rookie goal. Kesselring and Dewar looking at each other.
That's a couple straight shifts now with Dewar in the
we might
Oilers
see
defenseman.
something a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Couple college kids, but the Flames start back on the transition. Far left side looping lead pass. Mac Warner was there defensively, and the Oilers rookies are going to get a chance to start the other way. And Angaris hops on his horse through center. Goes to drop one off for Chason. Can't pick it up cleanly. And Jan Kuznetsov reverses back behind his goal for Rhett Reinhardt. Lead pass through the middle. It's tied at 1. There's 6 minutes left in the opening period. Flames bring it to the Oilers rookie blue line. Charlie Wright starts Edmonton back the other way. Right side pass looking for Kambites. Can't pick it up cleanly. And the Flames rookies will have an opportunity. Through the middle. And that's knocked down, and Reinhardt's going to reverse back into his own zone. Cole Schwint looking to get untracked. Back the goal scorer for Calgary. We think he's officially the goal scorer. He plays it back into Edmonton's zone.
Still haven't announced that goal, but yeah, I think that he is right now the goal scorer for Calgary.
Here goes Noah Philp through center. He's up over the line. He walks in. Oh, he had a chance to hit Petrov and couldn't get the pass through. Maybe should have taken the shot. Schwint starts back for Calgary. Drag move by Klapka in on goal. And it defended effectively there by a combination of Kesseling and Borgo. It's played back to the right point. Poirier swings one down low for Pelche behind the net for Klapka. He rips it around to the far left side. There's a shot, high slot backhand, deflected wide of the goal. And the Oilers are going to try to battle for possession. Petrov's going to have to take a hit to make a play. Can't get it out. Klapka uses that 6'8" frame, briefly keeps it in, and the Oilers get it out of the zone.
You know, Klapka's a fascinating, as we talked about throughout the course of this game so far, but how about the hands? A little toe drag to get inside. Not what you'd expect from the big man, but he has shown it in a couple of different times in the 2 games early this camp.
Nikolaev tried to drag move inside, couldn't make anything happen. It's dumped back behind the goal. Flames still on the offensive surge on the cycle, and we got a penalty coming up to Jeremy Hansel, and that's a no-doubter for the camp pin fight out of the Seattle Thunderbirds. So the Calgary Flames get their first chance with the man advantage.
Hansel, one of those 3 players we'll see in this game tonight from the Seattle Thunderbirds, and they had that run all the way to the WHL final. But our first opportunity to see this Calgary Flames power play, and just looking at the personnel, it's very similar to what we saw last night in terms of their number 1 unit. Zari up front, but also along with Jacob Pelche and Emilio Peterson. Cole Schwint will work the back end with Jeremy Poirier. You got that puck-moving defenseman who can kind of work the top of this power play and see what they can do in their first opportunity.
Hamblin against Zari, the face-off circle. Former Medicine Hat Tiger. James Hamblin wins the draw. Edmonton sends it the length of the ice. There's 4:25 left in the opening period. We're tied at 1-1. And Jeremy Poirier starts it away on the drop and delay through the middle. Pelche. Right side pass on his horse. They drop it off, and Schwint's got it. Came over. There's a play that got knocked down. Holloway's got a chance for a breakaway. He's on his backhand, cuts in, and a good job getting back and defending the play was Connor Zary for the Calgary Flames.
Puck bouncing a little bit there on Holloway. Wasn't able to corral it.
Gardner McDougall went into St. John with the Sea Dogs and helped Poirier win a Memorial Cup. He drops the puck off, and now Peterson through the middle. Now winding it up. Flames have it. Rory Kearns, he talked about that huge season that he had in the O last year to set off a shot on goal. It's loose at the side of the net. Kesseling was the first man to find the rebound, and he clears it the length of the ice. Long stretch pass, and Rory Kearns starts back and pounds one back into the Oilers zone. Puck's played back behind the net. Broberg didn't pick it up cleanly, and Calgary has possession right side half boards. Kearns waiting to make a play. Back to the right point, set off. Left side pass, walking it in. Here's an opportunity for Kearns now to the right of the net. Through the seam, a shot, and just about another one there for Jack Beck. He's got the goal for Calgary. There's still 25 seconds left in the Flames power play. There's a chance down low. Great save by Olivier Rodrigue, as robbed in tight was Klapka.
You know, if you're the Calgary Flames and the coaching staff, what you want to see early moments of these power plays is the puck movement, and it was really sharp right here by the second unit. Rory Kearns found that pass, that seam pass all the way through to Jack Beck. He had the first opportunity, and then it's Klapka. He talked about working the front of the net. That's going to be his office. You'll notice it throughout the course of this game. Actually peels off to the side of the crease there to take that pass from Kearns, and Klapka with some nice hands to get it to the net, but Rodriguez up to the task, as he has been a couple of times on this power play already.
I've had a couple little conversations between Walker Dewar and Michael Kesseling. And Kesseling's been on the ice for about 25-30 seconds here. Oilers rookies win the draw, and they send it the length of the ice, which will kill off a large percentage of the 20 seconds left in the opening man. Poirier back out there again for Calgary. And a chance through center. It's dumped into the Oilers zone. And Kuznetsov, or actually rather that was Solovyov, couldn't make a clean play. It's still stuck right in front of the Edmonton bench, and finally the Oilers gained possession. They're now back to full strength. Activating through center is Philip Kemp, who scored last year in the rookie game between these two teams. In on the forecheck for the Oilers rookies. Kemp and Holloway converge back behind the goal. A chance for an activating Kesserling, and he missed high and wide to the short side. I thought that puck went over the glass. They didn't whistle it down. It's loose at the side of the net. There's 2 minutes left in the period, and Walker Dewar starts back through center, hops inside of Kesserling, and then Kesserling angled him off, gained possession of the puck. Nicely defended there. Attempted to spinorama, And that was stripped off his stick there. Real effective play by Ilya Nikolaev, and Edmonton's finally going to be able to clear the zone as Holloway had it checked off his stick. Flames rookies start back through center up over the line. Cole Hutson's back behind the goal, and finally Bourgault will try to reverse pivot away. Can't do so. Flames have laid on the body here as this period's gone on.
It's helped create some offensive opportunities, too, off some turnovers here in the...
Rhett Reinhardt back of the right point, tries to hop around his man. Luka Hoff gets it down low. It's swung behind the net. Michael Kesseling's been on the ice for about 2 minutes. And Calgary has puck possession. Kuznetsov back of the left point. Walks it in the middle of the ice. Now right point for Reinhardt. His shot ripped in on goal. It's loose at the side of the net. And the Oilers rookie still can't clear the puck out. Bourgault's been out there for a while. And finally, Calgary's making a change, and that's going to buy the Oilers an opportunity to clear the zone. And doing so is Max Wanner down the wall. This should be icing, and we'll have a whistle with 44 seconds left in a period that is tied 1-1, and the shots are 9-9, and both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play.
Take a look at the opportunity here from Rhett Reinhardt getting this puck through the Saskatoon Blade. Actually played under head coach Mitch Love there for the Saskatoon Blades for about a season and a half, so he knows this defenseman well. The only right shot defenseman at the Young Stars Classic for the Calgary Flames. Didn't play last night, but draws in tonight alongside Jan Kuznetsov. So that pairing, you got a Memorial Cup champion and then a Western Leaguer on a left-right combination.
Flames rookies win the draw. Hamlin will try to clear it out for Edmonton. The Oilers have Noah Philp out there as well. Hamlin with a chance the other way. He cuts to his left side up over the line, and a good job defending by Setoff, and that broke up a scoring opportunity for Edmonton. Calgary got back, eliminated the chance for 2-on-1. Flames start back. Emilio Peterson to the Oilers rookie blue line, and it's swept out of the zone there by Philip Broberg, and Setoff goes back into his own end. 15 seconds left in a first period in which the two teams are tied 1-1. Broberg at the Oilers rookies blue line, left side pass to Hansel. Klapka's going to take him out, and that'll kill the clock here in a period in which we are tied 1-1.
Entertaining period. And you talked about physicality off the top in this Battle of Alberta. I think we saw elements of that. We saw, two different stretches where I thought maybe the Edmonton Oilers were dictating things a little bit more physically, and then the Calgary Flames pushed back at the end of that period. I think the power play had a little bit to do with that. Each team got a little momentum from the power play, and nice little pushback from the Flames to finish the period, and pretty evenly played. I think Oilers more at the start, Flames more at the end.
Coming up in our first intermission, we'll have a feature on Oilers goaltender Stuart Skinner, who will likely back up Jack Campbell this year. And Brendan Parker will be in conversation with Ray Edwards from the Flames organization. We're tied at 1 after 1.
Fresh off the ice here at Oilers Hockey School as he continues his NHL offseason. It's Oilers goaltender Stuart Skinner. Stuart, thanks so much for doing this. Really appreciate your time. And let's maybe talk about your offseason and what that's kind of looked like so far.
Yeah, it's been a great offseason so far. Took a little break right away. Went to Hawaii for a few days and just enjoyed myself over there. And after that, just been back into training. So it's been 5 days a week, back in the gym, back on the ice, getting on the ice with Dustin Schwartz, obviously, which has been really great. And just working on the game, trying to get stronger, a little bit faster, and nutritionally trying to be dialed in with what I eat and kind of what I put in the body. So it's been great. It's been busy, and it's been a lot of fun.
Hockey players and goaltenders routinely work on their overall game. But when we ask skaters, they typically say there's a primary area that they work on in the offseason, whether it be their shot, their strength, their skating. How about a goaltender? What does that look like? Did you have a primary focus that you wanted to work on this year? Yeah,
I mean, just like what you said, for a goalie, you're working on all parts of your game. I mean, there's so much that goes into being a goaltender technically that there's always something to kind of tweak and work on here and there. And Schwartzy does a fantastic job with his plan with me and kind of what we work on. And yeah, this summer right now, it's a little bit like last summer. We're just kind of working on my position, kind of making sure I don't get wide in my stance, kind of little things like that. Kind of just, small things that you kind of just, you tweak along as you take video and kind of just, looking back on video after Schwartz and I get a couple sessions in, we're always looking at, just small little things that we can change or a lot of it right now is a lot of skating and a lot of edge work and post play, which has been great. And that goes into a lot of the game in the NHL nowadays. Like as a goaltender, we're a lot in our post play, so a lot of work on that.
You mentioned Schwartzy a lot. How would you describe your relationship with Oilers goaltending coach Dustin Schwartz?
Yeah, we have a great relationship. I've had a relationship with him for about 6 years now. Knew him about 1 year before I actually got drafted to Oilers. And yeah, just like basically he's been my coach for my whole pro hockey career, and it's been absolutely amazing. He's changed my game completely, and he's just a great human being in general, a great family, and we get along very well. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I don't know where I'd be without him.
You've talked about your busy off season so far. It's also been a busy off season here in Edmonton, and one of the main acquisitions was obviously goaltender Jack Campbell coming from Toronto. Have you kind of reached out to him, had a conversation with him, and how much are you looking forward to being a tandem with him next season?
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm so excited to meet him and start playing with him. And yeah, I mean, I've heard amazing things about him, that he's just a great human being and really enjoyable around the rink and off the ice. And so I'm very, very excited. I sent him a text just telling him congratulations, welcome to the Oilers, and just hey, how's it going? And he responded. He was great, and he was very, very kind. And he was saying that if I ever need anybody to talk to give him a shout. And so just yeah. I'm so excited to start working with them and see what it's all about.
Yeah, it's a new tandem here in oil country, of course. For the past few seasons, it's been Mikko Koskinen and Mike Smith, with yourself dabbling in here and there. How much did you rely on Mike and Mikko in the last few seasons and pick their brains a little bit while you had the opportunity to? Yeah,
so fortunate to work under those guys. I mean, I got a good 2-3 years where I just got to pick their brains and kind of ask them a ton of questions. I think I probably annoyed them a couple times with how many questions I had, but yeah, just always learning and trying to be a sponge and try to take everything in that they're doing and watching everything that they're doing. And I mean, I learned so much, and I think that's a big reason why my game kind of shifted from my first year pro to now. It's been a huge improvement just by watching those guys, see what they do on a day-to-day basis, how they work, what they eat, just all the small things.
Yeah. Stuart, let's talk about last season. You got into 13 games. You started 12 of them. You won 4 of your last 5 starts here in Edmonton, including a Valentine's Day shutout victory, 20 saves against San Jose. What did last year prove to you personally?
Yeah, it just proved to me that I can play in the NHL, I can win games, and I can play really well against really good hockey teams, and I can stop really good players. So it's been definitely a learning lesson last year. Just the schedule and how it's games are every other day, and the flights and the travel and all that, and it's been I'm just super grateful that I got the opportunity, that I was able to play in those 13 games. I got to get a shutout, and it just, for me, it helps me with just knowing that I'm where I'm supposed to be, and very grateful for that.
When you look at the process and your kind of timeline as an Edmonton Oilers prospect, you've had to do your due diligence. You've had to go down to Bakersfield. You ended off a strong season there once being sent down from Edmonton. When you look at the overall process, how much do you have to balance the fact that you're right there, you're getting games, you're winning hockey games, like I mentioned, for the last 5, but you also have to embrace the process, which is you have to put in the work in order to establish yourself as an NHL netminder? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it takes a long time to kind of get to where you're at. And for me, when I was 18 and I got drafted, I was on top of the world, and then it kind of hits you that the real work kind of begins then. And it was definitely shown in off ice. Like I wasn't the strongest, most fittest guy in the world, and then being able to get the work in with Chad and getting on ice with Schwartzy, they've just completely changed kind of how I am as an athlete. And yeah, it takes a lot of work, and you definitely battle, and there's a lot of perseverance that goes into it. And I'm so grateful for every opportunity that I've gotten, and being able to embrace the process is such an important thing. And it's Rome wasn't built in a day. It's it takes a lot of time, and yeah, I'm so grateful for all the games, all the failures, and just all the tough times that kind of rise to it, and also all the great times to help you learn and keep you pushing and keep you moving in the right direction. So yeah, it's been it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
We talked about the tandem next year and yourself and Jack Campbell. What do you think of the Soup and Stew nickname that Oil Country faithful have given you two?
Yeah, it's unreal. I'm so excited. I think that's a great nickname. I actually, at this hockey school that we were doing, somebody gave me a gift, and I wasn't expecting a gift at all, and I opened it up, and it was a shirt, and it was like a soup, and then it said Soup and Stew. I thought, awesome. I thought that was hilarious. It's awesome. I like that.
Absolutely love that. All right. In the press conference that Ken Holland had at the opening of free agency, he talked about next season and the split in between the net. He said it'll be a 50-game, 30-game split between yourself and Jack Campbell. At least that's what he's expecting. How ready do you feel for those 30 games and playing a pivotal role here for the Edmonton Oilers?
Definitely ready. I'm excited. I'm ready to get going right now. The preparation that goes into it has started, a month ago, right when the season ended this year. It started, and I'm so excited. I'm so ready, and I've been looking forward to this for my whole life.
You're 23 years old. You turned 24 in November, and you're also an Edmonton kid. When you reflect on your entire life, and now that you're going to become a full-time established NHL netminder, what comes to mind when you look back?
Oh, lots of emotion. I mean, growing up, you watch all these great goalies, you watch all these great players as an Edmonton Oiler, and for me, getting to watch them in Rogers Place, getting to watch them in Rexall Place, seeing them practice, and I mean, just growing up and going through everything that you go through in order to get to the NHL is, it's just you're so grateful, and you're a little bit of like a kid again. You're like, wow, this is like actually happening. Sometimes you got to pinch yourself, and it's super cool. And just being able to be on the Oilers here, wearing that logo, being around the players that are in that locker room is just incredible, and I'm so very lucky and fortunate.
Well, you talked about potentially annoying Mike and Mika with all the questions you asked. I hope I wasn't being too annoying with all of my questions today.
No,
Stuart,
never.
Thanks so much for this. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
And welcome back to the Young Stars Classic here in Penticton, the South Okanagan Event Center. It is the Calgary Flames and Edmonton Oilers tied 1-1 after one as we welcome in our first intermission guest, Ray Edwards, Director of Player Development for the Calgary Flames. And Ray, maybe just first get your thoughts on what we've seen here so far through 20 minutes.
No, I think it's a little better every game. You hope to improve a little bit. I think, we talked about getting to the inside of the game a little bit better tonight, and I think our guys are doing that. First goal is a perfect example of getting pucks and bodies to the net, and did a nice job getting one there.
Yeah, Lucas Yona causing all kinds of trouble there.
Yeah.
What about the opportunity? I mean, the Young Stars Classic, we've talked about this. It's the first time in 4 years the Calgary Flames have been here. But for a group of young prospects or even guys who have a little bit of pro experience, how valuable is it to have these 3 games here this week?
Well, I think it's great because, number one, the environment is excellent. You've got the Battle of Alberta for us, so them being able to experience that is nice, and you can't put a price on that experience for them. It's if you've never been part of it, you don't know what it's like. I remember my first one here, and I didn't realize the intensity that would have in a preseason game in a rookie tournament. So it's pretty exciting for them. But all of them, I think it's really important to get their not to dip their toe in the water here and to get going and to understand that from this time on they're being evaluated every time they're on the ice, and some of these camps they don't last very long, and it's important for them to get going early and show these guys what they got.
Well, and it's interesting you mention that because we've seen some conversations, and over the years, some of the fisticuffs that have come from it, but that competitiveness that you talked about. I mean, as a staff, that's got to be something that you want to see. You want to see that right from the start, the aggressiveness and competitiveness.
Well, I think the way we want to play, and that's with a high level of competitiveness. So sometimes that the fisticuffs and those things come from that, but you don't see it a lot these days. But back in the day, it certainly was there. But what we want to see is our guys working and competing and getting into tough areas and winning puck battles and hanging on to pucks and making plays.
And obviously from a management staff and obviously player development, a useful tool for you guys as well. Maybe just give it, some background on the opportunity to watch some guys, maybe, scouts, obviously an opportunity to see players that they had a hand in drafting, but then development-wise, maybe a little progress report on where guys are at.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously every player out there, we've had a hand in. When we draft them, we put a development plan together for each and every one of them. Our staff is here with us. We've got a pretty big staff coming from, on ice help to skating help to mental performance help. So, it's nice to get everybody together and then see sort of the fruits of the labors. Like these these kids, a lot of them spent a lot of time in Calgary over the summer. Some of them have been with us 1 year, some have been with us 2 or 3 years. So it's really good to see sort of, all the work they've put in. And, it's really good for the scouts. Most of them are here, all the amateur guys. So these guys have drafted these kids, and now they get to see sort of what's happened over the last couple of years with them.
Well, and in some ways, just the start of the process, as you talked about, it kind of continues on throughout the season, but visits and making sure that, you're staying in touch and trying to hit those milestones that you've kind of laid out for them.
Yeah, so, Marty and I are the ones that get out in the field, and we're, it's like we have our own team, but we're not together.
Right.
So, we've got, I think, 13 or 14 kids spread out over North America and Europe. So it's our job to get out and make sure that they're doing what they have to do, stay in touch with their coaches and their strength and conditioning people. And we, like I said, we have a plan for each kid, and it's up to us to execute that plan.
What's it like, because there's been a number of guys that come through the system, and it's the junior ranks and eventually maybe some pro hockey time, but eventually, as we've seen through the organization, guys that have now found their way in the National Hockey League, and they all have kind of a hand in that. I'd imagine there's a sense of pride in that as well, because that's what it's all about, is developing players that can play at the highest level.
It's no different than when I coached in the American League. When you see a kid grow and then find his way to the National Hockey League, that's a pretty rewarding time. And it was nice for me when I first came in. We had guys like Rasmus and Mangiapane and Dubé, and then a couple of years ago when I was back in Calgary, it was nice to be able to get to coach him actually in the NHL. So to see those guys make that step, and we've got some guys here that will push, and these are big years for them. So they've got lots of work to do, and this is just the start for them here. This is the first couple of days at camp, and they've got to find a way to make their way to the next phase.
Maybe just one last one for you. You talk about guys that'll push, and Jacob Pelche is a name that comes to mind, but second-year pro, obviously coming off a great rookie season in the American Hockey League.
Yep.
What does that evolution look like for a guy, and is it about just kind of making decisions hard for him?
I think it's all about learning the game and learning how he can have his success. He's a very competitive guy. He's got to find a way to win pucks against bigger, stronger players. He wants to get into the mix. He wants to be in the guts of the game.
Right.
And that's what he was really successful at the American League level, but he's got to find a way to do that at the NHL level. And sometimes that takes time. You look at a guy like Andrew Mangiapane, he was in Stockton for 2 or 3 years and finally found his way. Rasmus Anderson, same thing. So sometimes with these guys, it just takes a little bit of time, and that's okay.
Appreciate the time. Thanks for stopping by. Ray Edwards, Director of Player Development for the Calgary Flames, and keen eye on what's happening here on the ice as the Oilers and Flames tied 1-1 after one. We'll be back with the second period, but first a look at the Edmonton Oilers and their summer hockey school.
It's always nice coming out here and being with the kids.
This past week, aspiring hockey players got the NHL treatment at Oilers Hockey School. Kids got the opportunity to learn the fundamentals of the game and take their skills to the next level with the help of Oilers and Oilers alumni.
Oh, what a save!
Let's see it. I want to see some dangles. It's a great initiative, and anytime you can get kids out playing hockey together in the summertime and exercising, and we're all kind of pretty worked up here from this ball hockey. There's a lot of kids out there. I had one collision, and then I got cross-checked by a 7-year-old, so they're intense out there. Don't let them fool you. If you have the ball in your stick, you're the target. But that's what it's all about. It's about having fun, kids getting to taste the game of hockey, see whether they like it or not. Some kids have already played, some kids their first years are going into their first year.
This summer, hockey school included 2 week-long camps. The first week featured an all-female group, giving girls the chance to get to know the game of hockey together, followed by a co-ed group the next week.
This one is for girls in general to get involved in hockey. I think you see kind of a shifting tide, a lot of more girls in participation with like GM roles and stuff like that in the NHL. So it's nice to get girls involved in hockey, and they can be GMs, they can be coaches, whatever they want. So it's kind of cool to see.
It makes me feel really good because they just help us build our confidence, and they'll give us an autograph.
Blue. I'm trying to score that way. No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I find it very important. I mean, growing up as a kid, I grew up in Edmonton, and I wish I was able to do something like this where you kind of see, Oilers or professional athlete and kind of talk to them and see them come out. I mean, it's so great for the kids. It's so important, and
any way that I can give back to the community is just something that I love to do, and it's a lot of fun as well.
Young players got to improve their skills on and off the ice, which included a dry land session in the Oilers dressing room, specialty sessions like yoga and a cooking class, and attendees even got to play ball hockey on the Rogers Place surface.
What I've learned is be respectful to everyone that's teaching you and put in full effort while you're working on ice or off.
That makes me feel happy because they teach us new stuff that we don't know, and that we don't know what to do, and then if someone was new, they would teach them how to do it.
40 years I've been playing and being around the game of hockey, so I know I'm an old guy, right? Hey, how are you? It's kind of trying to find that passion, try and find something you really like, and it's a team sport, which I've always loved about hockey. There's going to be people in the room, you're going to make new friends. For the parents, you're going to meet new parents. It's just a real social network and a fun time.
For Around the Rink, I'm Bailey Sheets.
Scale the Skaha Bluffs. Barrel down the twisted trails. Paddle through those serene waters. Penticton has it all and more. Stroll down to the farmer's market. Sample the local bounty and revel in our natural beauty. Penticton, the mecca of adventure, the place for everyone. Go to visitpenticton.com and plan your trip now.
And welcome back, everybody, at the South Okanagan Events Center. The Young Stars Classic. Bob Stauffer from the Oilers Radio Network, along with Brendan Parker from Flames TV. The Battle of Alberta, we're tied at 1 after 1. Highly entertaining period, Brendan.
Absolutely. It had some physicality. It had a couple of goals, couple power plays. This is how it started on the offensive side of the puck. This was a beautiful shot and a beautiful finish by Noah Philp to open this hockey game up 1-0 in favor of the Oilers. We saw some opportunities on both ends, though. This one was a power play chance that ends up finding all iron, kicked out the other way. And then back at the other end, this is the Calgary Flames' first goal. Knots things up. That's Lucas Ciona posted up in front. We think this goal belongs to Jack Beck. That's how it stands right now, anyway. And then one other opportunity for the Calgary Flames that might have been their best of the period. Actually, this is still another look at the goal. That's Ciona, though. That was causing all kinds of havoc in front of the net. This was the last opportunity for the Calgary Flames coming up. That was the big man, another big guy in front of the net. A power play of their own. Adam Klapka was there. Got maybe one or two opportunities, but Olivier Rodrigue shuts the door, and that leaves us tied 1-1 after 1.
Dustin Wolf in goal to our broadcast right. He had 8 saves in the opening period. And Olivier Rodrigue, whose father, Sylvain Rodrigue, played at University of Quebec, Three Rivers, and is the Oilers farm team goaltender coach. Olivier Rodrigue in goal to our broadcast left. He also made 8 saves. Shots were 9-9. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. And Philip Broberg has it. He's being forced on the play by Walker Dewar. Clears it just outside the line. Kuznetsov dumps it back into the Oilers zone. Max Wanner. Keep an eye on him. There's a chance he might get signed in the next couple of weeks. Down the right side for Xavier Bourgault, who button hooks, plays it back to the left point. Bourgault's shot is blocked there by Walker Dewar. Wanner has it, and the Moose Jaw Warrior dumps it back in. Ooh, big collision in the boards there. Hard hit. Dylan Holloway, but he gets right back up after Kuznetsov got a piece of it. Bourgault on the follow-up. Hamlin's got it right corner. Circles now to a high slot, drop and delay to right over to Camp. A shot on goal and a good save. And then Rhett Reinhardt is working over James Hamblin in front of the goal.
Boy, that is a tough angle to get that release away, but Camp did a really good job of getting a lot on this shot on the pass from right. Look at this from the corner, and Dustin Wolf's able to slide over and get the blocker on it, but a nice feed. And, you talked about that top line with Bourgault and Holloway and Hamblin being the best on night number 1 for the Edmonton Oilers. So I think they've been dictating things once again here tonight for this Young Stars roster.
Kemp's an interesting story. Former captain at Yale, broke his neck last season during the year in Bakersfield, but has been able to continue playing hockey. That was a very scary incident. Out is Noah Phillip up front with Chason now and Petrov. The Flames. Klapka tries to clear it out the boards, can't do so. Back behind the goal, Petrov. European short side pass in front. Chason tries to knock it down. Flames are going to come away with possession. Solovyov up the boards, left side, and Klapka's away through center, up over the line. His shot just about caught the short side on Olivier Rodriguez. Stumped back behind the goal. Klapka's got it. He's pinched into the boards there by Petrov. And the Oilers rookies will battle for it behind the net. Flames laying on the body a bit. And finally it's going to come to Michael Kesserlane, and he elevates the puck up and over the glass. And Calgary's going to get the second power play of the game.
Just prior to that, and obviously drawing the penalty, it was Adam Klapka that came into the offensive zone and ripped one right off the bar. And Klapka, you talk about these games and the meaning of them. Obviously, it's opportunity as we take another look at the Klapka opportunity there. Off the post, the outside. Puck stayed in the offensive zone. But you talk about meaning. Well, Klapka told me this morning it was an absolute dream come true just to throw on that sweater. Doesn't matter if it's a preseason exhibition game, whatever you want to call it. A guy that's always dreamed of wearing one of those sweaters, and he had the chance to do it last night. And he looks at home right now, the big man for the Calgary Flames.
Rangers have a prospect by the name of Matt Rempe, who played with the Seattle Thunderbirds. He's 6'9". So Klapka 6'8". Flames on the power play. And it's going to come to set off at the left point. Swings it now to the right side. An opportunity for the Flames directed through Beck, the goal scorer, has it on the left side half boards. Drops it behind the net. Cairns is going to have it on the right side half boards. Now it's behind the goal. And it's going to come back to set off at the point. Walks it to the middle of the ice. Left side, Beck with time and space. Plays it back to the left point. Set off, swings one across, and it's picked off, and Hamlin's got a chance the other way. Hamlin down the left side, shoots, and he ripped one right into the chest protector there of Dustin Wolf. You're not going to beat a goaltender like Wolf from there. I don't know if Hamlin realized that Dylan Holloway was trailing. Might have had a chance if he swung it back on his backhand for a clean look for Holloway, but a solid save by Wolf.
Yeah, Hamlin off the rush, and Setoff did a good job of getting back to cut the angle down. But look at Dustin Wolf. He's like 3-4 feet outside the top of the blue paint to take away any shooting angle that Hamlin had, and then swallows that one into the chest.
Calgary's first power play unit back on the ice. It's Jeremy Poirier. Comes up the middle on the drop and delay, and now Emilio Peterson through center, gains zone entry, hops into the Oilers zone. Plays it back behind the goal. Schaefer there. Didn't see a lot of penalty killing time with Seattle, but he sends it the length of the ice.
Peterson, you watch the speed. It's something he's talked about working on over the last 2 years. Said it never came easy, but he can fly when he gets it up ice.
50 seconds left in the Flames' second power play of the game. Both teams are 0 for 1, and Broberg wraps one around the boards. Comes back to him. And now Philip Kemp down the wall will clear it the length of the ice.
This is where the challenges are with the power play and trying to make sure you get those zone entries in. And it's got to be crisp. It's got to be fast. And we'll see if they can re-rack it here.
Peterson winds it up through center. Gains zone entry offside was Jacob Pelche at the Oilers rookie blue line.
So 26 seconds left in this power play opportunity. I think right now the second unit for the Calgary Flames has had more success in terms of offensive zone time, and they'll get a little bit more here by the end of this power play. And Ilya Nikolaev will come join Rory Cairns, Beck, and Christopher Setoff, as well as the big man Klapka here to kill off these final 26 seconds.
Cairns with Klapka and Nikolaev for the Flames rookies. Back on the point. So 4 forwards with 25 seconds left in the extra man. Calgary sends it deep into the zone. Rodriguez knocks it down. And Broberg couldn't pick it up cleanly. No, Philip got knocked down. Chance for Bourgault. He's got a forward chasing him, and Beck. He drives hard to the net. Great defensive work there by Beck. And the Oilers couldn't get anything going, and Calgary starts back. Edmonton's now back to full strength. Kesseling steps on the ice, and Nikolaev came into the zone, but Roy Cairns was a stride offside, and we get a whistle at the Oilers rookie blue line.
A nice defensive play there by Jack Beck to take away that shorthanded opportunity. He's had a nice little start to this hockey game in the opening 20-plus minutes. And Beck, obviously we think he got credit for that first goal, but he's had some challenges in terms of injuries as well. You mentioned Campbell. He missed 3 months at the start of last season with a lacerated kidney, did Jack Beck. So it took a while for him to get back on the right frame of mind, and the offensive opportunities eventually finished second on the team in scoring.
clearly has skill and hockey sense. As the other rookies, Cambites hops into the Calgary zone, battles against Reinhardt in the corner. Siona angles off Ty Nash. It's played back behind the goal. Pinching at the left point to keep it in will be Charlie Wright. He's knocked into the boards. And puck went off the referee's skate. And Calgary's Kuznetsov has a chance to clear it up the wall. And Walker Dewar did not get it out. Hard work there by Luca Hoff. Finally, Lucas Siona gains possession and sends it back into the Oilers zone. Max Wanner now through the middle. His pass was knocked astray, but following up was Kesseling. He scored last night. Hops up, tries to back one in front. Penalty coming up as
Solovyov there in front.
Solovyov is going to go off for either an interference or a trip. See what they call it. Kind of looked like a little bit of an accidental slew foot on the play. Tripping the call. Second power play of the game for the Oilers rookies as Kesseling
kind of get tied up in front there with Cambites. And it looks like a jostling for position, but Cambites ends up going down, and Solovyov gets the...
See if Hamblin can win the draw to start the power play. It's always key. Steps into the face-off circle. Against Cole Schwint. Edmonton wins the draw, and Broberg's got it at the left point, down low for Petrov. He didn't feel the backside pressure, and Calgary clears it the length of the ice. And
Setoff is one of those guys that's an offensive player, tied for 7th in defensive scoring last year in the Western Hockey League, but getting a chance here to kill some penalties as well.
Schwint, a hugely important prospect for the Flames organization. Big part of that trade. It wasn't all Huberdeau and Weegar. Edmonton now gains possession in the right corner. Bourgault tries to get it back to the right point. Broberg is there, but he's forced on the play. Strong play by Schwint, and he's able to clear it out. Matvey Petrov back of the Oilers rookie blue line. Now to James Hamblin. He's going to traverse through the middle, send it into the far left corner. He's going to follow it up, and the Flames rookies gain possession and send it the length of the ice.
It's a good opening PK shift from Schwint and Pelche there to kind of set the table for this first minute of the power play for the Oilers.
And it starts when you don't... They kind of won the face-off, but they didn't create anything off the draw. The Flames rookies have killed the first minute and 10 of this second Oilers rookies power play here. There's 5:45 gone in the second period. We're tied 1-1, and Broberg rips one into the zone, knocked down by Wolf. Tries to wrap it around the wall. It's knocked down there by Noah Phillip. Centered one in front. It's going to come back to the left point for Wanner. Now in the half boards, Christensen back to Wanner. Long range shot. It's loose in the side of the net. Jason's got it. High chance there and a miss from Reed Schaefer. He probably liked that opportunity back. 25 seconds left in the power play. Wanner left side to Chason. Back to Wanner. And the puck hopped up and over his stick, and Klapka's going to chase after Wanner. 6-8 against 6-3. And Wanner gets sent into the boards, and Calgary's back to full strength at 10 seconds. We're tied 1-1. Left side pass through the middle, and Noah Phillip could negotiate contact. Second chance, and he'll send it back into the Flame zone. That'll signify a change for the Oilers rookies. Calgary starts away. And Levine up the left side boards through center, pumps one in off the linesman. Look out! And you get clattered into in the left corner. Kesserling there for the Oilers rookies. Up the boards for Ty Nash. Far side pass. Cambites through the middle. Tries to hop inside of his man Setoff. It's dumped back into the Calgary zone, and Levine reverses behind the net. Up the boards. And Cole Hutchins ends up getting the puck out of the zone. Kesserling, though, starts back for Edmonton through the middle to the Flames blue line. Sweeps one behind the net. Cambites will follow up. It's back to Kemp at the left point. He drops it behind the goal for Angaris. That one's knocked down, and Calgary's set off. Is fenced into the boards by Angaris, and the Flames are going to get a chance to clear the zone. Levine reverses to his defense partner Setoff, and Calgary's got a chance. Left side, Nikolaev will chase after Hansel, who reverses behind the net. No score, 7:30 gone, period 2. Oilers rookies through the middle. And Hansel, a rare offensive foray for the defender, into the Calgary end. In on the forecheck goes Xavier Bourgault. He's got it behind the net. Swings down to the left side. Plays it back to left point. Hansel, a hot shot high and wide. Glove side on the netminder. It's dumped behind the net. Centered in front, and a great save made there. Second chance opportunity, and Holloway couldn't pick it up cleanly on a pass from Hamblin. Now a chance for Hamblin. He scores! James Hamlin, a 20-goal scorer last year in the AHL, had a 90-point season in the COVID-shortened year in 1920 with the Medicine Hat Tigers, and he capitalizes as the Oilers' top line comes through.
Once again, it's the top line that's generating some chances, some momentum for the Oilers, and they do a pretty good job at generating a second chance opportunity here. Lots of space for Hamlin in the slot, and a guy, as you mentioned, 20 goals in the American Hockey League. You give him that kind of time and space, and he gets one past Dustin Wolf in a 2-1 lead for the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, Manny Schmidt will be happy. That's his agent. This is a guy that came to the Oilers organization on an AHL deal for 2 seasons and then got himself an NHL contract, and he has the Oilers rookies up by a score of 2-1. And the Flames will start away. A right side pass by Reinhart through center. Walker Dewar gains the Oilers' blue line, dumps it behind the net. And Warner tried to reverse it down low for Broberg, can't do so. Peterson gets it to Zari, back to the left point. Kuznetsov keeps it in, swings it down low for Peterson. Now to Walker Dewar, shoots! And that caught a piece of the bar, went up and over the glass, and we get a stoppage. Oilers rookies have outshot the Flames rookies 5-0 in the second period. Edmonton up 2-1.
That was just on the short side. Walker Dewar throws that one on net, and I think it goes up and over the shoulder of Rodrigue, but hits the bar and then goes up and out of play. But, you know, Walker Dewar, a guy born in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, first ever South Dakotan to play in the National Hockey League. He did that when he made his NHL debut last November, a game of the Ottawa Senators on the road. Pretty special moment, not only for him and his family, but everybody at home wants to look up to players in the National Hockey League. Well, they finally have a fellow South Dakotan to look up to, and it's Walker Dewar.
Flames are a little light on the right wing. Does he have, much like Edmonton, does he have an opportunity to maybe secure a spot there?
Well, I'll tell you what, he opened up a lot of eyes last year in the training camp. It had made him stick around right until the final cuts before being sent down, and then obviously got recalled. If he can do that, use his speed, watch his speed, Walker Dewar, that's the key to his game, and he can generate a lot of chances and a lot of chaos in the offensive zone with that speed.
Cole Schwint, we mentioned a key for the trade. Obviously, you get Huberdeau and Weegar. That speaks for itself, but an important prospect for the Flames to develop. He played 3 games last year for Florida. His line's on the ice as Edmonton sends it the length of the ice. Late call there as Bourgault was chasing that one down. So maybe educate the viewers on Schwint, because, yes, we obviously know about Huberdeau. He's already got the extension. I think the assumption is Weegar's going to get done, but I'm told that the Flames were adamant this was a prospect that needed to be included in that deal.
Right away when that trade went down, that was one of the first things Brad Treliving talked about, was that Cole Schwint was not just another name in this trade. It's a player they've watched in junior all the way up, really high on him. And I love what Cole Schwint said at the start of this Young Stars Classic. He wants to be, when history goes back and look at it, at that trade, that blockbuster trade, he wants to be a massive part of the deal, and that's his goal. And it starts really here this week in his first opportunity to wear the Flaming C.
And for my money, the Flames have improved their team after the series of moves. Very challenging time, and they overcame it. Oilers rookies have the puck back in the Flames zone. Kesseling will battle for possession. He chips it down low. Bourgault is back out with Hamlin, who's on his back end. Short side attempt, and he tried to go 5-hole and squeeze one through the wickets of the netminder. We get a stoppage there from Dustin Wolf.
Well, and just to follow up on that, I mean, Schwintz also, plays the middle of the ice. He's 6'2". He's a big body. He got those 3 games of NHL experience last year, and really talked about how eye-opening it was. He said it was kind of when he realized that this is exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life, and he kind of got a better sense of what it's going to take to make that jump full-time to the next level, hanging around players in the Florida Panthers organization. And Huberdeau and Weegar, by the way, they went out of their way in the opening press conference to talk a little bit about Cole Schwint and how what kind of an impression he made in that short time in the National Hockey League.
And when I look at Mackenzie Weegar, with all due respect to Eric Branson, I mean, massive upgrade there. Just a guy that's capable of playing significantly more minutes. I know you got to have physicality in the playoffs, but the game has moved. You got to be able to skate. You got to be able to make plays, and Weegar can do that.
Get the puck up ice, a little bit more offensive upside, and Coach Sutter's already talked about maybe an opportunity to spend more time on the power play for Weegar than he did previously in Florida as well.
2-1 Edmonton with the lead. Under 10 minutes left in the second period, and Lucas Siona, who's involved in the Calgary goal as a net front, into the Oilers zone and back defensively. Getting knocked off the puck there was Ty Nash, but Edmonton's going to be able to clear the zone. Far right side pass through the middle. It's going to go the length of the ice. Racing after it was Luca Hoff, and they're going to call icing against Edmonton. Hoff, we mentioned, a German-born player. He went in the European draft to the Edmonton Oil Kings. Oil Kings got they had a star-studded team. 5 players off the Canadian World Junior team end up in the Memorial Cup. Unfortunately, the best pure goal scorer, Dylan Gunther, got hurt in the series against Seattle. And Hoff's going to see lots of ice time with the Oil Kings this year, but that team is not going to be the same team.
Well, that's the the progression in the Western Hockey League, right? Is you load up and you get opportunities to go deep, and then you have to reload. And Hoff, obviously, part of that progression there for the Edmonton Oil Kings this season.
Jeremy Hansel up the board for Nash. He gets knocked to the ice, gets right back up, and clears it into the center ice area. Levine reverses back to Setoff, who starts away, activates up the left side, drops it off. Emilio Peterson cuts inside of his man, down low. Zari a shot, and that got kicked out there by Olivier Rodrigue. Zari spins away from Hansel in the corner on his backhand. Played on the Canadian World Junior team back in 2021. Down low, centered in front, knocked down by Kemp. Cleared but not out, kept in by Setoff. Zips one behind the goal. Now to the right side boards. Levine pinches down the wall looking for Peterson. That's knocked down, and now the Oilers just get it outside the line. Jeremy Hansel. You know, it's interesting here, Brendan. The Oilers rookies, I thought, had the better part of the play in the first 10 minutes of the first, and then Flames picked it up. I think Edmonton had the better part of the play in the first 10 minutes of the second, but Calgary's starting to tilt the ice a little bit here. And Garris through the middle to the center ice area, and that gets thwarted. And now a chance for Solovyov to pound it deep back into the Oilers' rookie zone. Hansel's got to get off the ice. He's been out there for a while. Flames have puck possession. Solovyov stretched through the middle. That's broken up. Deflected in by Pelche, and it goes to Hansel, who gets knocked off the puck by Klapka, but is able to clear it up the boards to Reed Schaefer. Just gets outside the line. Cole Schwint lines it up through center. Cuts to the right side. Shoots, and he missed one high to the blocker's side there of the netminder Olivier Rodrigue. Flames rookies on the puck, tripped on the play. Can't come away with possession. He's going to get a second chance high up the glass, and the Oilers rookies are going to be able to clear the zone.
One thing you'll notice about Schwint, obviously the size in the middle of the ice, but he can also shoot it. Watch him in practice. He's got a quick release. Saw a little bit of it there, just missed to the far side on Rodrigue.
Oilers are going to get their top line on the ice. Xavier Bourgault chips it deep back into the Calgary zone. Kuznetsov and Bourgault both played last year in the Memorial Cup. Now through the middle for Huckins. Right side pass for Poirier, and he dumps it in. And back behind the goal, winding it up, maybe the prospect that's progressed the most in the last calendar year, Max Wanner for Edmonton. Sends it in deep. Reinhart there defensively. Forced on the play and knocked off the puck by Dylan Holloway. Flames clear, can't get it out. Hamlin at the left point. Back behind the goal. Right side, Wanner's going to pinch down low. He swings it to Holloway. Butt hooks, high slot. Shoots, doesn't get through. And Calgary's Rhett Reinhardt's going to start back through center. Picks the puck up, and that's stripped again, and Bourgault's got a slick set of mitts. Starts back the other way. He got tripped on the play. No call. He actually stepped on Kuznetsov's stick. Bourgault follows up. Angled into the boards, and on the forecheck goes Noah Philp. It's going to come back to Kesselin at the point. He cuts off the wall. Kind of moved to a place where he couldn't do much with the puck. Edmonton's trying to complete a change. Kambites comes on the ice. He's got it. Shoots! And thought he stuck one to the short side on Dustin Wolf. He didn't. Petrov's got it behind the net. Petrov got bodied heavily there by Nikolaev, and the Flames send it back to the point. Kept in. Charlie Wright shot it on goal. And a save made by the netminder, and we are going to take a timeout. 2-1 Edmonton with the lead, 6:09 left in the second period. We're live here at the South Okanagan Event Center, Penticton Young Stars Tournament.
Scale the Skaha Bluffs. Barrel down the twisted trails. Paddle through those serene waters. Penticton has it all and more. Stroll down to the farmer's market. Sample the local bounty. And revel in our natural beauty. Penticton, the mecca of adventure, the place for everyone. Go to visitpenticton.com and plan your trip now.
The wait is finally over. The roar of the Sea of Red is coming. Your Calgary Flames are set to hit the ice at Scotiabank Saddledome. Tickets are on sale now for the 2022-2023 season. Join the Sea of Red and watch all the incredible Flames action live. Get your tickets now at calgaryflames.com/tickets.
Penticton, BC offers so much to see and do. Leave the keys and explore on foot, by bike, or paddling for an experience that's almost fuel-free. Out in the fresh Okanagan air, not only are you saving money, you're feeling better with exercise and the peace of mind that comes through responsible and sustainable travel. Feel the freedom of exploring Penticton fuel-free. Almost. Learn more at visitpenticton.com.
Welcome back, everybody. South Okanagan Events Center, the Young Stars Classic. Bob Stauffer from the Oilers Radio Network, along with Brendan Parker from Flames TV. Edmonton up 2-1. Here's how.
This is the 2-1 goal, and it's another offensive shift by that top line of the Edmonton Oilers. Some good work down low to pry pucks loose, and Xavier Bourgault finds a wide-open Amblin, who makes no mistake, right in the middle of the ice. A guy that's been wearing the C here at the Young Stars Classic and all kinds of leadership for 3 seasons with the Medicine Hat Tigers, and leading both by off ice and then on the ice as well, offensively, and all categories for the Edmonton Oilers.
Face-off back of the Calgary zone. There's 6:09 left in the second period. Flames rookies still without a shot in this period. They have hit a post. Calgary clears the zone. Kemp knocks it down. Beck, the goal scorer for the Flames rookies, in front of the Edmonton bench, gets tied up with 3 or 4 other players, and it's hoisted back into Calgary, and Dustin Wolf swings one up the left side, and Siona takes a hit to make a play. Gets it out. Edmonton sends it all the way back into the Calgary end. Set off is there defensively, and he took a heavy shot from Cambites as the Flames attempt to clear the zone, and Garas is on an American League deal with the Oilers organization, dumps it back in. Cambites in on the forecheck. Calgary starts away. Levine through center, up over the line, drops it off. Roy Cairns centered in front and just about deflected home. Real nice looking play off the rush there by the Calgary Flames. Broberg being fenced into the wall there by the Calgary goal scorer Beck. Broberg's got a stick tied up, as does Angaris, and it's played back to the point, and nobody was home. And the Flames will have to reverse back into their own zone. Jeremy Poirier starts it away up the right side. Solovyov dumps it off the glass, and we get a whistle with 4:53 left here in the second period. 2-1 Edmonton with the league. Again, 6-0 are the shots in the period. Flames have had some chances around the net, Brendan, but haven't been able to finish.
You know, and this is kind of similar to what we saw in some stretches of the third period last night against Vancouver, trying to get more offensive zone time. And here's one opportunity where it's sent in by Rory Cairns, and it was Lucas Siona there cutting right across the top of the crease, but can't get enough on it. But it's one and dones right now for the Calgary Flames in the offensive zone. Would love to see you spend a little bit more time in the offensive zone, get a little bit more puck possession to try and get some opportunities here. And right now it's held out, shut out in terms of shots so far through this middle frame.
Off the draw, the puck's tied up right in front of the Calgary bench. As Klapka is using that 6'8" frame. Edmonton has iced the puck, and then Klapka's going to go off.
We got a penalty here behind the play, and it'll be Klapka for the cross check on Hamblin. Both guys were in conversation behind the play, but it's always the last one that gets seen by the official, and in this case it was a little cross check from the big man Klapka on Hamblin.
So what do we have? The Oilers rookies power play at 0 for 2, I believe, in tonight's game.
Yep.
Up comes the first unit for Edmonton. 4 forwards: Hamblin, Bourgault, Holloway, Petrov, and Philip Broberg on the point. Cole Schwint wins the draw for Calgary. That's the key on the power play. You lose draws, and you're chasing for 20 seconds. So back in his own zone is Broberg. Winds it up. This guy can really skate. Comes right up the middle through center. Passed it into no man's land, and the play got broken up. Looked like an offside. They're going to say Edmonton touched back up, but Kuznetsov has it for the Flames to Rhett Reinhardt, and with time and space, he just sends it all the way back into the Oilers rookie zone.
First pairing over the boards for the Calgary Flames on every penalty kill has been Pelche and Schwint, and they've done a good job, aggressive off the start.
Holloway right side through center for Petrov, and he lost possession of the puck, but the puck hit Broberg. It's knocked down. Borgo's got it, tries to cut to the middle. It's dropped off Holloway for Petrov, and he couldn't get a shot away. And Edmonton may be guilty of overpassing a little bit now. Holloway behind the net for Borgo, back to the left point. A minute left on the power play. It's 2-1 Edmonton. It's now to the right point. Petrov's got a shot, but he fanned on it, loose at the side of the net. And the Flames got a chance. It's a clear-cut breakaway. Walker Dewar cutting in, shoots. He hit the goal post. He hit the goal post. He had his man beat. Had Olivier Rodrigue beat and got a piece of the iron. Ooh. And then Rodrigue nearly gave away a pass, a second chance for Dewar, who has been an absolute tower of power on this shift. And finally, the Oilers rookies are going to be able to get a change. They need to get some different guys out there. As Edmonton starts away now, Hansel drops one off for Max Wanner to Hansel. He gets pitchforked into the boards, but dumps it in deep. Chason in on the forecheck. Looking for Noah Philp, who scrums for the puck back behind the goal with Soloviev. Soloviev and Philp continue the drive in the corner. And then Max Wanner can't keep it on. Calgary's back to full strength, and Emilio Peterson left side for Klepk up over the line. Peterson couldn't pick it up cleanly. And Reed Schaefer has it back behind the Oilers rookie goal for Max Wanner. Now ahead to Jake Chason through center. Noah Philp up over the line. Centered in front, and that got knocked down. Wiping out in the corner was Klapka. Chason right side. Kesselring walks in, shoots, and a glove save made there by the netminder Dustin Wolf.
So in this second period, just the one recorded shot for the Calgary Flames, but they've hit two posts, and both of them have been Walker Dewar. How about this one? A clear-cut breakaway. There's the play by Zari to just poke it past the defender, and it is clear-cut from the red line in. Picked his spot just above the pad on the blocker side of Rodrigue, but off the iron. And Dewar had a really effective penalty kill shift there, not only after the chance, but then forcing another turnover in the offensive zone.
Well, one thing you don't want to do is lose momentum off the power play, and I'd say that Calgary might have gained some with a very effective PK. And Setoff starts away, a right side pass to Karen, center back door in front. Beck looking for his second goal of the game, couldn't tap it home. Kesseling starts back for the Oilers rookies, right side up over the line for Ty Nash. That gets played through the crease, it's back behind the goal. Nash in the corner, tries to sweep one down low, can't do so. And Luka Hoff and Nash converge, and they strip Poirier of the puck, and it went off the referee's skate, and a chance for Poirier to clear the puck, and then Nash and Poirier get involved in the battle in front of the Oilers bench. Siona into the Oilers zone. Poirier jumps up, tries to button hook, can't do so, and the Oilers rookies are going to be able to clear it. Holloway starts away left side through center. Right side now, Hoff drops one off, looking for Borgo. Behind the goal, Hoff will play it for Holloway. Holloway tries to fight free, spins off his man, shows real good core strength down low, and then he got knocked off the puck as Zary came down and did a good job to Connor Zary of supporting the play defensively. Oilers get their top unit on the ice. There's less than a minute to play here in the second period. It's 2-1 Edmonton. Here's a turnover, chance in front. Connor Zary follows up with a shot ripped in on goal and a save made there off of Walker Dewar, who's had multiple opportunities to even the score. Holloway sifts one back into the Calgary zone. 30 seconds left in the second period. 2-1 Edmonton. Zary starts away, hops up over the left side, centered through the crease. It's loose at the side of the net, and unable to negotiate contact was Connor Zary. What an opportunity there for the Flames, who've really picked up the tempo and the pace here in the last 6 minutes of this period. Kesselring now with 10 seconds left. He knows he's got time to make maybe one last dash, and that gets broken up, and Emilio Peterson will kill the clock, weaving through the middle. Can't get the shot off in time. Kesseling and Peterson in the corner, and we have a little bit of the old school Battle of Alberta getting started. Schaefer's involved. He's no shrinking violet. Klapka and Kesseling, and Klapka and Kesseling are having a discussion, which I'm going to guess is probably
introductions, Bob.
Yes.
These are new guys into the Battle of Alberta fold. You got to make your introductions.
You got another little scrum in the corner here, and that is Philip Kemp. And I'm trying to pick up the Flame player that's involved in that.
That's Solovyov, I think, yeah.
So two guys that spent an entire season last year in the American Hockey League.
Yeah. Everybody getting involved.
And Reed Schaefer's having a conversation with Emilio Peterson here. I don't think Calgary's often had tough players like Montana Onabuche in some of these matchups over the last few years, but I don't think Peterson's quite in the Montana Onabuche run.
No, I would think that, I mean, good on him. Everybody got involved in that conversation, but that might have been as far as it goes. A couple of face washes. Maybe get one opportunity to take a look at the last chance here just prior to the end of the period. And I think you hit the nail right on the head when it comes to that power play in the Edmonton Oilers. And it was the PK that generated a couple of chances for the Flames and maybe turned some of the momentum. This near final seconds of that period, and it's Walker Duehr once again. A little change to the lineup. It was Zari between Pelche and Duehr, and that was the last chance. I think Zari was looking for a penalty possibly there, but wasn't going to get it, so they'll trail 2-1 now heading into the final period.
That's Brendan Parker from Flames TV. Bob Stauffer with you from the Oilers Radio Network. We will tell you coming up during our second intermission, we'll have a feature that involves Blake Coleman and then Edmonton Oilers general manager Ken Holland. Oilers rookies 2, Flames rookies 1 after 2, live from the South Okanagan Events Center.
Hi y'all, we're the Colemans. Welcome to our home.
We've been working on this for almost 2 years, and we're hoping to get some of this summer in here, and thankfully we've been able to get in here and get to enjoy it a little bit. Got some family over right now, so it's always nice to be able to share it with both our families, and obviously the kids are enjoying it. So yeah, this is home now.
When we first started, she wasn't even born yet. You know, so it's so special that we finally have a place that we feel like we can settle down and really build our roots, and because with hockey, you're all over the place, but this is just really a concrete place that we know will always be here, and that's really important to us. Everybody knows that Blake and I are from Texas, and our families are only a couple miles from us, so yeah, that's the biggest reason why we're here and why we spend the hottest summers down south. We should really be up north. But yeah, they're a couple miles from us, and this is their first time being here and having dinner here, so we take a lot of pride in that, and it's just really special to share it with our family. Hey, Charlie girl. We weren't sure if you were going to make it.
You come say hi? When the opportunity came up to buy a lot in a good neighborhood, we, talked about it for a while and got pretty excited about it and ended up pulling the trigger, and it's been fun. Every door handle, every paneled wall, every fixture, every little thing was part of the process, and it was a lot of decisions. And
it was all remote.
Yeah.
Which is difficult.
Living room, kitchen, obviously. We've always, really enjoyed the idea of an open concept, because our plan is to have a lot of family, and it's easy to host in a big space like this, easy to keep an eye on the kids, so.
You may offload a kid right now.
Yeah, we might offload one right now. The rental that we had in Calgary, we got to live in a house with a similar layout, and we really enjoyed that. We haven't been in here too long with the furniture and everything, but
2 weeks.
Yeah, but we're enjoying it, and we still got people popping in and out every day working on stuff. As you can see in our bar here, we got a nice fake shelf rack there that one day will be some steel shelves, and just things, obviously the mesh up top, just little things that are still getting finished out, but this was kind of my pride and joy of the house, so I did this whole little thing, and then Jordan pretty much did most of the rest, but
yeah.
I'd say the media and the bar were kind of my babies, and then
the outdoor space too.
And a little bit of the outdoor space. But,
the gym. Hello.
And I did a little more than I thought I did. I did all right. I did okay. Take you through this a little bit. Obviously the bar there, a little coffee bar. Just figure we're gonna have kiddos running around the house, just easy grab apple juice and waters and things like that. We need more kitchen storage, but you know, we'll figure it out.
We need very tall ladders, so.
Welcome into the media. Obviously another one of my, dreams of having in a house. A wall that kind of captures my entire journey of hockey. Played for Dallas youth teams here, and then went on to Indiana, played junior hockey, was drafted. Went to play for Miami, Ohio for 4 years of college. Drafted by Jersey, started my pro career with them, and then got each of our 2 cup jerseys up top, and then was fortunate enough to represent Team USA at the World Championships. Hopefully get a couple Calgary Cup jerseys to line the wall there too, but Jordan's DCC stuff going up in the middle here once we find out where all that is.
Somewhere in a storage unit, yeah.
But like I said, we're still very much in the early stages of decorating the house. Yeah, so when we were drawing up the plans, I just had always wanted to have a little secret trap door in the house, and I can hide from the girls if I need to, or find a way to
find you, but
disappear. But anyways, we decided to put one in here.
There's no hiding.
Still got some work to do on it and get it tightened up here, but takes you into my sanctuary, and now it's become Jordan's too in the morning. And just always wanted a home gym. I never really had that luxury to just kind of wake up and go work out at home and do what we need to do. And we have definitely used this room a lot already. That was a quote that we had actually at school. Just Miami was a very well-off program in the sense that they were well-funded and had really good facilities, and just as players, we really had every resource and everything that we needed there at school. And I feel very fortunate in life and with my family and my career and everything that that I've been blessed to have in my life. And it's just a reminder to get the most out of what's been given to me, and push myself to be a good person, and cheers, baby, and be a good hockey player, and be a good family man. It's just kind of an all-encompassing reminder. And you look at a deal like what Calgary gave me, to me it was a very amazing thing, and something that I'm very proud of. And I want to make them feel like they made a good investment and made the right choice. And so like I said, it's just constantly reminding me just when I'm in here. That's what it is. My real dream was always to have a wet room in the house, which is, if you go to a spa or a facility like that, they have the hot tub, cold plunge, steam, and sauna, and you can just kind of bounce around. It's all tiled in, you can get it all wet. Wasn't able to quite fit that into this. I tried to turn our master bath into that at one point, but that got shot down.
Do we really need a cold plunge?
So I compromised, and so now I go from the sauna. And while it's not a cold plunge, I always end it with a plunge into this pool. This is the yard. I wanted a good entertainment space. We enjoy hosting and having people, and we got a little screened-in patio if we want to, put the screen down when it's 110, and maybe keep some of that cool air from outside with the sliders open. But there's our little nugget. So yeah, that's I like to grill, so we got a little grilling station over there for me, and we're a big steak night family, so we do a lot of steak nights and wine, and
That's what it's all about.
Same thing, yeah. Open concept. We got the family. Make sure our babies don't fall in the pool, and
the greenery. This is
and this
that green belt. It's a really big deal for us.
Really attractive. When we were looking at lots, this is kind of hard to find in Dallas, and
oh my.
Oh.
Don't let wind knock
Carson.
her in, Mom.
Hey, what do you got? So believe it or not, this was actually one of our latest additions to the house. Originally, this was going to be our dog's pooping area. It's actually a little bigger than I realized in person, and it's like I've always wanted a little putting green to work on my game. We threw this in, and the girls enjoy it. Charlie calls it going to the golf course. So this is where we go to the golf course, and she gets to work on her game, and yeah, they just kind of threw it in last second, but you know, glad we did it.
Well, thanks so much for coming, y'all. As you can see, we're super excited about our new home and finally being able to have our family here and just plant some roots in Texas. It's been great having y'all, and we can't wait to see you guys in Calgary.
Thanks, guys. See you guys up there.
And welcome back, everybody, to the South Okanagan Event Center, the Battle of Alberta. In the Young Stars Classic, we're through 2 periods. Edmonton on a go-ahead goal from James Hamlin leads Calgary by a score of 2-1. Bob Stauffer from the Oilers Radio Network, and we're joined right now by Edmonton Oilers General Manager and Hockey Hall of Famer Ken Holland. Ken, welcome to our show. How you doing?
Good, Bob. Nice to be with you
again.
Yeah,
you say that in all sincerity. You've done about 60 interviews with me over the last 5 months, but just an overall assessment on the opportunity to return to Penticton here and be involved in the rookie tournament again.
Well, I think it's really important. You get an opportunity for our young players to be evaluated against the other Western Canadian team players. So, and I think from a scout standpoint, we get to watch 4 teams. You know, last night there, I think there were 7 first-round picks in the game. We had 4 and 3 for Winnipeg. So I think it's fabulous, and you know, we continue to build some rivalries from a young age with our Western Canadian teams.
Now, this is something that's not foreign to you. You had Traverse City all those years in Detroit, and I've been at every one of these tournaments dating back to 2010, and Penticton's it's become kind of a special place for this.
Well, I mean, born and raised in Vernon, so I know the Okanagan. I mean, first off, this facility is unbelievable. I mean, I've been here once or twice, but to be actually being here day after day, it's an incredible facility, beautiful facility, great place to play games. 2 sheets of ice. So, and then I don't know, there's 3,000 people here tonight. It's a great atmosphere for the players, and our kids had a day off on Thursday. Duncan Keith's got a house here, and it was a good team bonding day. So a lot of positives here.
All right, who have you liked tonight for the Oilers rookies?
Well, Hamlin's played very good. Borgo has played really good. I mean, that line seems to have good chemistry, and they've played really good. I'm looking at the younger players. I think Warner on defense for a player that the 7th round going back to Moose Jaw has held his own last night and today. So we're pleased. Lots of positives.
Calgary has look, they won the Pacific Division in the regular season last year. Guys knocked them off in the second round of the playoffs. But to me, their organization's prioritized competitive players, bigger bodies. They play an assertive style, and we see a bit of that in the squad that they have tonight as well. So it makes for an interesting challenge for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think you get a feel for like I said, how organizations like to build, and certainly Calgary likes big and hard and heavy, and we know that. And I think we had a great series with them last year, and I thought the regular season games were good. They had 110 points, we had 104. So. I'm expecting here for the next few years that certainly our 2 teams are going to continue to battle.
Yeah, no question about that. You're closing in on the start of the training camp. Are you closing in on any potential PTOs? I know that there's both the Oilers and the Flames have been kind of linked to a couple different players, but how's that coming along? Or does that get all put on hold during the course of this tournament?
No, I mean, I think the players are evaluating what their opportunities are. If we can get a PTO or 2 between now and Wednesday, I'd like it, but I'm also feeling good about where we're at.
All right, Broberg and Holloway, if you could in like a minute or less, good opportunities for them. I think you mentioned before, Broberg's kind of got to play his way off the Oilers this year, and maybe Holloway on.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to need some young people to push. I mean, and if they don't make the team in training camp, we want them to send a message so that they're, I don't see us carrying 23 players because of the cap. We're probably going to carry 21. Maybe 22, so we're going to have to dip into Bakersfield quicker than we have in the past. So those are 2 of the young players that we're looking at, but there's others. Borgo, and I'm excited about Stu Skinner and net, and Nima Linen, and Vinny Desharnais. So I'm Samarukov. I'm excited about the competition and training camp.
Well, it's a beautiful thing when the Battle of Alberta is going pretty good, and I think we're headed down that path, Ken.
Yeah, it's exciting.
All right, that is Edmonton Oilers General Manager Ken Holland. The Oilers rookies lead the Calgary Flames rookies by a score of 2-1 after 2. And coming up, we'll have more of a conversation with Blake Coleman.
Spending some time down here in Texas with the Coleman family, and Blake obviously got this new pad. You guys are slowly starting to make home, and thanks for having us, first of all.
Yeah,
bringing us down here.
Excited to have some good Albertans down to the house.
Well, maybe let's just first start with, obviously Texas has been home for you and Jordan, but just kind of making this place your home, and Frisco, and the opportunity to kind of build your own little pad.
Yeah, it's been fun. I think it's been a long process, so it's nice to finally kind of get to enjoy some of the fruits of the labor, but it's been a fun process. It's something that we always wanted to do, and we've been kind of crashing at our parents' houses for a while now, and it's nice to kind of get some space and enjoy it with the girls. We got a few weeks left here before we head up and get to work, but like I said, it's good to be in, and it's been fun getting to do it.
Well, you talk about off seasons, and you've had a couple of short ones due to some long playoff runs, and then this one with moving. So, what's more stressful, being in Stanley Cup playoff race or trying to get a house ready?
Oh man, getting the house ready is probably harder on the marriage, but
yeah, I can see that.
Equally stressful. Different levels, different reasons for stress, but it's both of them were pretty rewarding, so it's been good.
What about growing up in Texas? We had a chance to go over there to Plano and go by your childhood rink, and everybody was kind of buzzing about you having the cup there. What about memories here in Texas growing up and being a hockey player, which we know, the rink was packed, has been growing, but you're kind of part of that.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you hear about kids that are making it to juniors and college and now pros. Every year it seems like out of Texas, and the game's gotten really big here. And obviously a big credit to the Stars coming into town, is it 30 years ago now, which seems crazy, but yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of rinks now, there's a lot of kids that are excited about hockey. It's not so confusing when you tell people that you play hockey anymore, it sounds like, down here. So, it's special to be a part of that, kind of that first real wave of players to make a name for themselves out of Texas, and it just seems to get bigger and bigger.
Well, and obviously this is home for you, and I'd imagine it's special to come back in the off seasons and spend some time with family, which for you and Jordan, family is such a big part of what drives you and what has gotten you where you are.
Yeah, it's both our families are 15 minutes down the road from here, easy to get to. We got big families. I'm one of 5 kids, she's one of 4, and then the grandkids have started piling on. So it's busy. We're always going somewhere, doing something, but we enjoy that. That's why we've started our own, I guess not big family yet, but maybe will be, and we just enjoy being around our friends and family, and it's been a hot summer, but like I said, when you're enjoying it with the right people, it's all good.
Speaking of home, Calgary now, your home, first year in Calgary. What are the impressions? Obviously we have the playoff run and the excitement that we left with, and we entered the off season in the summer, but just what that first season was like in Calgary, both on and off the ice.
Yeah, it was a special one for us. We really felt like we were accepted right away, and we love the city. My girls love the city, they love the snow, and they love it's just a totally different experience for us and for them. We both grew up in weather like this, and it's so for us it's a lot of fun. It's a new adventure, and it goes without saying that the hockey was great last year. Got to win the division, get to see the Red Mile going in playoffs and things like that, which I remember from when I was a little kid. So it was fun to get to experience that, and obviously you got that bitter taste from the way things ended, but there's a lot of excitement buzzing from what's been going on this summer, and obviously the goal now is to go after that cup again.
The wait is finally over. The roar of the Sea of Red is coming. Your Calgary Flames are set to hit the ice at Scotiabank Saddledome. Tickets are on sale now for the 2022-2023 season. Join the Sea of Red and watch all the incredible Flames action live. Get your tickets now at calgaryflames.com/tickets.
And welcome back, everybody, to the South Okanagan Event Center. We're in Penticton, BC. The Young Stars Classic re-engaged after a bit of a COVID shutdown for a couple of seasons. Bob Stauffer from the Oilers Radio Network, along with Brendan Parker from Flames TV. The Edmonton Oilers lead the Calgary Flames rookies by a score of 2-1 after 2 periods.
Here's a look at what we saw in that second period. A good save from Dustin Wolf there on the far side on the one-timer. Adam Klapka had the opportunity there off the rush. That catches a piece, and then on the other end of things, it's the Edmonton Oilers and the one marker in that middle frame, and it comes from James Hamblin, and a quick release. Great work by Xavier Bourgault, and Dylan Holloway down low below the goal line finds Hamblin alone in the slot. He makes no mistake. That's your deciding goal at this point, the 2-1 goal. But at the other end of things, this was a shorthanded opportunity. Clear breakaway from center ice. Walker Dewar finds a spot past Olivier Rodrigue, but not the post. Catches iron, and Dewar was absolutely buzzing near the end of that second period, using his speed to create some chances, including this one in the dying seconds of the frame. Connor Zary is able to find it, though, in front of the net, and that's where we stand at 2-1 heading into the final frame. But some work to do for the Calgary Flames. Some positive signs, though, at the end of that period, and it started on the penalty kill. That led to the opportunity for Walker Dewar, shorthanded, and it seemed to give them some momentum. We'll see if they can build on it here in this third period based on the way they finished the second.
There were coincidental minors at the 20-minute mark. Philip Kemp for the Oilers rookies, and Ilya Solovyov for the Flames rookies. Except he doesn't think he's in the box.
He's sending him back. Schwindt's coming over now.
I didn't think it was Cole Schwindt that was involved with Kemp. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyhow, bottom line, Rodrigue in goal. Olivier Rodrigue to our broadcast right. He has stopped 9 of 11 shots. Calgary only had 2 shots on goal. They hit 2 posts. They only had 2 shots on goal in the second period. Dustin Wolf, I think, has been pretty good for the Flames rookies. He's stopped 15 of 17, 4-4 hockey. And Dylan Holloway spent 2 seasons with Wisconsin. Starts it away up the right side for Max Wanner. Through the middle looking for Hamblin. He'll chase the puck into the corner. Back to the right point for Max Wanner. Left side for Broberg. Walks it in, shoots! And finding a way. Great puck tracking there from Dustin Wolf, and he makes the save. Look at the numbers for Wolf when he was in junior. It's off the charts. It's ridiculous. 928, 936, 935, 940. Now, Everett traditionally has always been a very good defensive team in the WHL.
Yeah.
But those numbers are those numbers.
Well, look at their goaltending track record. I mean, Dustin Wolf takes over for Carter Hart, 2 guys who are goaltenders of the year, and CHL goaltender of the year for Dustin Wolf. And he carried it right into the American Hockey League. And then you said the way he tracked that point shot, that's one of his strengths, is how well he can track pucks no matter where they are on the ice, fighting through screens to find saves.
Jeremy Poirier dumped it into the Oilers zone. It's back to the point, a long shot ripped in, chest protector save from Olivier Rodrigue, who is a prospect for the Oilers that I think has been affected a bit by the pandemic.
Yeah.
The Oilers have also, Stuart Skinner has been part of the focus in the maturation and development of the Oilers goaltending situation. But Rodrigue is he's basically going to be competing with a backup job with Ryan Fanti down in the American Hockey League this year, as the Oilers signed Kelvin Pickard to be the organizational number 3 goalie. Kuznetsov from the point, his shot was blocked by Noah Philp. And then Philp will chase Kuznetsov back into the corner, angles him off into the boards. It's wrapped around the wall. Philp gets knocked down. And the Flames will start away. And Walker Dewar has been on his horse all night. Up the right side, hops around Bourgault. Beats Kesselring wide into the corner. And then back in support was Bourgault, starts the other way. A right side pass looking for Noah Philp. Hurdles around Kuznetsov, centered in front, and a chance down low for Jeremy Hansel, and he couldn't bag one in tight. Flames will attempt to clear the zone. And it's Peterson through the middle. 1-on-1 up over the blue line. Waits, looking for some help. Swings it down low, ricochets off a skate. Dewar chipped it behind the goal. And the Flames will battle. In the left corner, back of the Edmonton zone. Nice takeout there by Kesselring. And the Oilers rookies, Noah Philp, has possession. 1:45 gone, third period, 2-1 for the Edmonton Oilers rookies. Matvey Petrov, who's had a quiet couple games, starts away, got stripped on the play, and the Flames start back. Nikolaev with a shot up high and wide. Ricochets off the boards, and Petrov through the middle will get it to Max Wanner. 1-on-4 through center, looking for some reinforcements. He dumps it back behind the goal. Petrov's got it. Swings it behind the net, looking for Jake Chason. Now in puck support is Angaris. Short side pass in front, 2 cracks at it for Chason, and a solid pair of saves by Dustin Wolf.
Excellent tracking right across the top of the crease, followed it all the way, and actually had to make 2 stops on that opportunity right point blank in front of him.
Very effective short cycle there from Edmonton, and Dustin Wolf keeps this a 1-goal game as the Oilers rookies couldn't get the insurance marker. Luca Hoff now with cam bites. And Reed Schaefer. Right in camp on defense for the Oilers rookies. Out comes Cole Schwint.
Some changes up front, it looks like, for the Calgary Flames as well. Cole Schwint in the middle with Lucas Siona and Rory Cairns right now, and it was 4-on-4 to start the period, so seeing our first bit of 5-on-5 action now.
Calgary got it into the Oilers zone. Edmonton's going to attempt to clear it through the middle. Luca Hoff had it knocked down. Chance for Cairns the other way. He's got a man breaking through. That was Poirier. Nice defensive play there by Charlie Wright. It's back to Solovyov. At the midpoint, his shot is blocked. And a chance for Edmonton to clear. Reed Schaefer through center. Tries to hop, drive wide around his man. Kept his feet moving. And Poirier gets it up the boards. Kept it at the point by Hansel down low, and Kesselring will have it in the center ice area. Back to Hansel. And he dumps one back into the Calgary end. Cambite's back on the ice, finishes the check. Out comes Holloway and Hamlin, who steals the puck on the right side half boards. Tries to pivot free. Back to the point. Kesselring plays it back down low. And the Flames have possession. Poirier on his backhand up the boards for Boucher. And he just one-touched it all the way back to the Edmonton zone. This should be icing, and we're going to call 2-1. Oilers rookies with the lead. 3:37 gone in the third period.
Evan Boucher, a player for the Calgary Flames, here getting an opportunity. Went to development camp this summer. Actually had an interesting year last year. Started out in secondary junior league, junior A, playing for Brockville, and then moved over to January to the Halifax Moosehead and went on to score 25 goals there. Pretty impressive feat after joining a team after Christmas, and went on to have a really good season in Major Junior, an opportunity to go back this year to Halifax.
Cole Huckins couldn't get the puck out. It's in the high slot for Broberg. His shot did not get through. Flames gained possession, hoist one high all the way back into the Edmonton zone. Wanner there defensively for the Oilers rookies. Tries to spin away from his man. Starts away. 6'3" right shot. He's physical, but he turned the puck over to Connor Zary. Stayed on it and got some support from James Hamlin, and Edmonton's Philip Broberg gets it into the center ice zone. And the Flames rookies start back, and a chance for Zary. Ripped up a hot shot high and wide to the blocker's side. There's another shot directed towards the front of the net. Hamlin's going to be able to clear it to Dylan Holloway. He'll send it to the Calgary blue line. Pelche will start back for the Flames rookies through the middle for Zary, and he got bodied off the puck there by Broberg, and then the puck got elevated off a stick up and over the glass, and we'll have a stoppage. 4:37 gone, third period. 2-1 Edmonton with the lead.
Here's another one of those changes for the Calgary Flames. Connor Zary now in between Jacob Pelche and Adam Klapka, and you look at Zary and Pelche, two guys who had an opportunity to play on the World Junior team together, and this is one of those looks that Zary just gets that puck come right to him, and he rifles it a little bit high and wide. But Zary and Pelche, two friends, obviously play together on the World Junior team, won a silver medal. Mitch Love, one of the assistant coaches on that World Junior team as well, so some connections that date back, maybe trying to find some chemistry here offensively up front.
Right off the draw, Noah Philp gained possession. He was with Chason, and he made the right play, which was to shoot the puck, and it nicked off a stick, and Dustin Wolf fought it off and made a solid stop.
Another look at it. He hasn't been able to load that up, and it's just a little piece of it by Solovyov.
Get his stick in the way, and nice tracking once again from Dustin Wolf.
Centering pass in temp, that's broken up, and Walker Dewar starts back, chips one up the right side. Emilio Peterson centered in front, tapped just wide of the goal. Good opportunity there for Cole Schwint. Flames are loading up their top 6 here. Hansel for the Oilers rookies through the middle. Looking there for Noah Phillip, far side pass for Kemp, and he sends it back into the Calgary zone. Rhett Reinhardt's there defensively. Pitchforks went up the boards, and the Flames are going to start in transition through the middle. Schwint, left side pass. Looking for a give-and-go play with Peterson. That's broken up, and Calgary's got it back at their own blue line. Poirier. Lead pass through the middle, knocked down by Angaris. He'll start away. Dumps it into the Calgary zone. Schaefer will chase back into the Calgary end. Spinning away. Nice move there by Solovyov. And it's sent back into the Edmonton end. Chance for the Oilers rookies to start back. Ty Nash. He'll chip it in. Battle back into the Calgary end. Supported there. Angaris, but Jeremy Poirier's got it. Passed through the middle. And that was a bit of a pizza, but unable to capitalize was Kesselring. Schaefer through the middle for Edmonton will dump it to the Calgary blue line. Poirier's got it to Kuznetsov quickly. Looking for Nikolaev. That's knocked down. Right at the Edmonton blue line. Warner got rattled hard into the boards there by Lucas Siona. And backpedaling and starting away is Broberg through the middle. Pass looking for James Hamlin. Kuznetsov is there defensively. Hamlin's got a stick on him. In support on the forecheck is Xavier Bourgault. Nikolaev battling there with Calgary for possession. And the puck's going to come free to Dylan Holloway. He's going to reverse back into the center ice area. Just under 7 minutes gone. Third period, 2-1. Oilers rookies with the lead. And Broberg's got it back in the Edmonton zone. Up the boards, down the wall, looking for Dylan Holloway. Kuznetsov and Holloway race for the puck in the corner. And the Flames, Levine swings one up the wards, doesn't get it out. Noah Philp knocked it down. And Rory Cairns will reverse back behind his goal. Levine now to Kuznetsov. And a lead pass return, a chance for a 2-on-1. Levine's pass went astray. As Jeremy Hansel almost got beaten on the play. Now Noah Philp starts away. Up over the line, shoots, and he missed high to the glove side on the netminder there. Looked like a delayed offside. Philp at the end of his shift. He maybe had to touch up and get outside. Flames Reinhardt swings one across to Levine. Back to Reinhardt. That's broken up. Charlie Wright has it for the Oilers rookies. Through the middle, dumps it back into the Calgary end. There defensively for the Flames rookies is Chris Setoff. Now to Reinhardt. To Adam Klapka through the middle. Connor Zary gains zone entry. Cuts to the left side. Swings back behind the goal. All the way back to the right side half boards. And Matvey Petrov sends it the length of the ice, and a little bit frustrated that he didn't have a little bit more touch on the out-turn draw. We'll have a face-off back in the Oilers rookie zone.
Not a lot
happening right now, Brendan.
It's a cut off into the middle of the ice. Both teams doing a good job of breaking things up. Not much offensive zone time, and for the Edmonton Oilers, something they'll take right now with a 2-1 lead. The line of Bourgault, Hamblin, and Holloway killed about a minute, 45 seconds to a minute in the corner. Nothing in the middle. Still killing some time off the clock, but neither team able to really generate much, either off the rush or in the zone.
Solovyov at the point. Puck went off the toe of his stick and then went into the Edmonton bench on a clearing attempt.
We've talked a little bit about Jeremy Poirier and some of his vision, and we have seen the defensive side of it as well, something he's been working hard on. But talk to him about the Memorial Cup experience, and one of the things that stood out to him is just the ability to learn how to win. It's a different kind of, you get into those tournaments, those high pressure situations, it takes a little bit extra to find a way to win these games or those types of games. And that was one of the things he said right away, was that you had to find another level, and that was something he experienced firsthand through the Memorial Cup, winning that championship with Yan Kuznetsov, and obviously a huge plus for the St. John Sea Dogs winning it on home ice. And said it was quite a celebration afterwards. And
Gardner McDougall coming in, taking over as head coach of that team.
What a story.
20 days of practice while the other teams are beating the crap out of each other,
yeah,
trying to get there. And they were rested, and Several of the other teams had injured players, and I think it played a factor, but St. John was at home, and Gardner's an outstanding technical coach. Been at UNB for years. It is the puck is back behind the Edmonton goal. And Cole Schwint battles for possession. That's knocked down. Reed Schaefer gets it outside the line. The aforementioned Poirier rips it back into the Oilers zone. Broberg's got it for the Oilers rookies up the boards for Schaefer. He deflects it into the center ice area. One of the things Schaefer does well is he gets pucks out. He's up the boards. Starts away, left side pass through center. He's got Hamlin. Couldn't pick it up cleanly. James Hamlin to Cambites. Sweeping in was Jeremy Hansel. Poirier and Hansel in the corner. And Hansel's got it. Back to Schaefer, a long shot. There was a screen in front. Hamlin on the backhand. And staying with it and making the stop was the netminder. Oh, Schaefer got poked in front of the net, as did Cambites. The Oilers don't have a lot of toughness, but two of the guys that are not shy to get physically engaged are Cambites as well as Reed Schaefer.
A little bit of edge and some Calgary Flames defensemen standing up for their goaltender with traffic in front of the net, but once again, it's the ability of Dustin Wolf to track that puck. It's a long point shot. The rebound kicks out, and right away on the spinning rebound shot, Wolf is sitting there waiting for it. His ability to follow it right from the initial shot on, and now he's up to 19 saves on the night. But Calgary Flames at this point in the period, with nearing the midway mark of that final frame, trying to find something, some combination to generate a little bit more of the momentum. Right now, it's the Oilers that still have had a majority of the chances in the third period.
10:45 left to play here in the third period. And the Oilers rookies get it back to the point. That shot doesn't get through from Kemp. Flames go to chipping up the boards. Lucas Siona through center, far right side pass. Nikolaev tries to hop inside of Hansel, can't do so. They scrap for it on the right side boards. And it's knocked down. Siona's shot. There's a broken stick on the play. It's played behind the net. Kemp's going to have to take a hit to make a play. Reverse behind the net. Luca Hoff around the boards. And Hansel could knock it down. It got speared in front of the goal, and we'll have another whistle. And now Kemp engaged back behind the goal.
Kemp's been in it with
Lucas Siona.
He's been in it all night long. Some of the conversations that have taken place after the whistle, been in the mix. You know, give the Oiler defensemen some credit here throughout this hockey game. They've done a good job of cutting down any secondary chances for the Calgary Flames. And you look at the personnel they've deployed here tonight, and not a single body on that back end for the Oilers are below the height of 6'1". You got a couple of guys coming in at 6'3", some big guys, good active sticks so far tonight, and have done a really good job defending throughout the course of this hockey game, and will need it for the final 10 and change here in the third period.
Oilers rookies have deployed Dino Cambites on a couple different lines. His father Jim is here, and Cambites was a player that played more under Colin Chalk than he did under Jay Woodcroft. Kind of took off in the second half of the season, coming on an AHL deal. Hamlin tied up off the face-off there. Pelche will fence for the puck, but Hamlin starts away, speeds through the middle. He's got Holloway up over the line. Cuts inside a shot. He scores. Dylan Holloway beating Dustin Wolf low to the blocker's side. And that will excite fans of the Edmonton Oilers.
That is a beautiful little toe drag in the open space of the offensive zone, but this play is largely set up by the speed through the neutral zone, and it's James Hamlin that does it. A defensive zone face-off, and kind of a scramble draw, but Hamlin finds it underneath Pelche. And look at the speed through the middle. Then it's just the net front drive to take some traffic away, and a little toe drag from Holloway, who makes no mistake, pulls that around Red Hot Reinhardt, and then snipes it through Dustin Wolf.
Kesselring and Klapka. 6'8" and 6'5", and Klapka gets Kesselring to the ice. And Michael Kesselring did not do a lot of fighting in the minors. And Klapka, I have a feeling, is going to be doing a little bit of this for the Calgary Flames with the Wranglers this season.
One of the areas that he talked about trying to be effective is using the size. It's one thing to be 6'8", but it's another one to to be physical and to have that presence. And he said, I'm happy to step up for my teammates if I have to. And this might have been one of those occasions trying to find a spark for his club. And unfortunately, neither one of them were able to get free, and it was kind of over before it started. But credit to Kesselring for standing in there. And in fact, I think those were the two guys at the end of the second period that were having that conversation. Remember, they broke off
in the first as well.
There you go.
Kesselring, so
Kesselring's been in the middle of it here throughout the course of this hockey game, and here's how it starts, just at the blue line. You can see they're kind of tussled up together, and neither one of them are able to get free. Kesselring had a pretty good grip, and
maybe a left hand.
The left hand was free there from Klapka, but couldn't deliver any blows.
If he's 6'8" and he's left-handed,
that's a dangerous combination.
Yes.
That might be the first scouting report in terms of a fight as well. He had the left hand geared back and ready to throw, but didn't get it free. So they'll both sit for 5, and now we'll see if any team or either team can get some momentum from it.
3-1, the Oilers rookies lead. There's 9:48 left here in the third period. And a shot from the point after no. Philp won a draw, kicked away, and the Flames are going to be able to hoist it back into the Oilers rookie zone. Max Warner, long lead pass, that gets knocked down. It's going to be ripped back in. Broberg behind his goal, sets up shop, now to Warner. Flames in a 1-2-2. And it's sent all the way back into the Calgary end, and the Oilers rookies are going to make a line change. Set off up the boards, chipped high. Chason could knock it down. Second chance, poked it into the center ice area. Fans start to get into it a little bit. Reinhart down the right wall, deflected in by Cole Huckins. It's centered in front, loose at the side of the net, and covering up is the netminder for the Oilers rookies, Olivier Rodrigue. 3-1, the Oilers rookies over the Flames rookies. Under 9 minutes left in the third. We'll return after this.
Scale the Skaha Bluffs. Barrel down the twisted trails. Paddle through those serene waters. Penticton has it all and more. Stroll down to the farmer's market. Sample the local bounty and revel in our natural beauty. Penticton, the mecca of adventure, the place for everyone. Go to visitpenticton.com and plan your trip now.
The wait is finally over. The roar of the Sea of Red is coming. Your Calgary Flames are set to hit the ice at Scotiabank Saddledome. Tickets are on sale now for the 2022-2023 season. Join the Sea of Red and watch all the incredible Flames action live. Get your tickets now at calgaryflames.com/tickets.
Penticton, BC offers so much to see and do. Leave the keys and explore on foot, by bike, or paddling for an experience that's almost fuel-free. Out in the fresh Okanagan air, not only are you saving money, you're feeling better with exercise and the peace of mind that comes through responsible and sustainable travel. Feel the freedom of exploring Penticton fuel-free. Almost. Learn more at visitpenticton.com.
Back at the Young Stars Classic, and the 3-1 goal, the only marker this third period, comes with Connor Zary getting kicked out of the faceoff. Jacob Pelche, the winger, comes in to take the draw, and it's kind of a scramble draw, but Hamblin's able to find it first. And look at the up ice drive right through the middle, takes the man with him, and then it's Dylan Holloway that does the finish. A little toe drag into the middle of the ice and snaps it short side on the blocker of Dustin Wolf, and that's where we stand right now in this third period, a little over the halfway mark. 3-1, the Oilers rookies out in front.
8:58 left. Bob Stauffer, Oilers Radio Network, along with Brendan Parker from Flames TV and our excellent staff producing this event for you. Long shot ripped in wide of the Edmonton net. Poirier keeps it in, and Hansel has an opportunity to clear it through the middle, looking for Borgo, who tried to slide it past Soloviev and couldn't do so. And now Holloway reverses, makes a nice move, starts back to the Calgary blue line, knocked off the puck, and the Flames get it out. Kemp rips one back in. Hamblin with the 2-1 goal, Holloway with the 3-1 goal for the Oilers rookies. Beck, the lone Calgary goal, Noah Phillips scored in the first, and Reed Schaefer starts away left side and skates right through Simon Lavigne.
One of the things you'll watch if you YouTube Simon Lavigne is he has thrown some big checks at the QMJHL. He'll turn pro, signed an AHL deal with the Calgary Flames, be part of the Wranglers team.
Schaefer, right side up over the line and ripped in wide by Dino Kambites. And Garis got knocked off the puck. Kambites working Lavigne over in the corner. Kuznetsov gets involved with him. And the Flames will start away. A long right side looping pass for Beck, the goal scorer. And Garis takes a hit as, again, one thing about Calgary, they've been physical in both their games against Vancouver and against Edmonton. This is no country for old men hockey right now, the way they're banging out there. Petrov tries to wheel one short side for Chason, and Noah Philp had a chance in the back door and couldn't pick it up cleanly. Good look there from Jake Chason. Matvey Petrov battles away in the corner with Beck. He's got a pitchfork up against the boards. Noah Philp pokes it free. Pass is intercepted, and Calgary has a chance to clear. Left side through center. Lucas Siona got run into the turnbuckles there by Kemp. And the Flames will send one. They say that deflected off of Charlie Wright's stick, and he's going to get forced under duress back in the Oilers zone. There's 6:37 left in the third period. It's 3-1 Edmonton. And Ty Nash helped clear the puck out. And now a chance the other way. Flames start back. Roy Cairns into the Edmonton end. Max Wanner spins up the boards, got knocked off of his feet, followed the play up, hoists one high, and it got knocked outside the line, and Luca Hoff through center, 1-on-3. Works for possession, dumps it back in the left corner. Jeremy Poirier behind the Calgary goal, and Connor Zary could negotiate contact in the neutral ice area. 6 minutes left in the third period. It's 3-1 Edmonton. Out comes Hamlin with Schaefer and Holloway. Wonder whether or not we'll see Bourgault here shortly. We will. As Hamlin backhands one into the Calgary zone. Wolf slides one up the boards. It's kept in at the point by Hansel. In on the forecheck is Hamlin. This has been the best line, I think, in the tournament in the two games. And the Flames start back left side. Walker Dewar tries to swing wide at Kemp. Look out, a collision. Bodies askew everywhere.
Yeah.
And the puck hit the referee, and the Flames, Walker Dewar is going to battle against Hansel in the corner. To the right of the netminder, Rodrigue. Edmonton's trying to clear the zone. Can't do so. Hansel again. Plays it back behind the goal to Kemp. And he saw Zary coming, high slot setup. And the net gets knocked off its moorings in front of the goal, and we'll have a whistle. A stoppage, 5:07 left here in the third period. And again, the physicality.
Absolutely, and it was kind of a chaotic sequence that ends up finishing with the net coming off its moorings, but this is the start of it. Walker Dewar trying to drive wide, and he gets taken down by Kemp, but it's Zary, and I believe that was Hansel going into the net, driving for inside position. Zary trying to get a lane open to take a pass from Dewar, and both of them end up flying. Ironically, the net stays on its moorings for that one. It comes off, maybe it was already partially dislodged, comes off a little bit easier in this sequence following that, but nice job by Dewar to try to use his speed to get open. And 5 minutes left, and we've got an interesting situation with Dustin Wolf, and you need 2 goals. They got 5 minutes to find it.
Levine with a hot shot off the draw. Save made there by the Oilers' Olivier Rodrigue. Edmonton's Xavier Bourgault's got a chance. The empty net. Kuznetsov knocked that one down. Picked off by Holloway. Backhand scores! Second goal of the game for Dylan Holloway. Bourgault's attempt was broken up by Kuznetsov, but the presence of mind from Holloway to follow it up. And the 14th overall pick in the 2020 NHL draft.
It was Levine there on the wall that had the puck and had the opportunity to try to get it back up ice, but Holloway picks it off, and he's got his second of the period, and it was actually off the face-off. The Flames had that chance, and it was Simon Levine that let it fly from the point. The rebound was controlled. It was heavy. Turned aside nicely by Rodrigue, and that's a 3-0 or 3-goal deficit now for the Calgary Flames.
Long shot ripped in on goal, and Olivier Rodrigue, who's made 14 saves in this game, covers up. Klapka and Kesselring back on the ice after their tilt. Kesselring's going right on the ice. You're on the ice, kid.
Off you go. He's had a good night on the back end for the Edmonton Oilers. He's been involved throughout the course of the game, right into the teeth of it.
Kearns and Garas to take the draw. Back in the Edmonton end. And Garas wins the draw. That's what he's going to have to do if he's going to climb up the ladder in the Oilers organization. Win faceoffs, kill penalties, those sort of things. Cam bites, gets it outside the line. Set off and Reinhart play catch back in the Calgary zone and clip through the middle. Chance for Calgary. Boucher is in front and making the save was the netminder, Olivier Rodrigue, and then Boucher a little bit frustrated that he wasn't able to complete the play in that sequence.
Well, that's Boucher coming in, the left shot. He tries to take this pass here from Cairns. It's kind of a rolling puck. He takes it on his backhand, but can't get it across to his forehand.
We talked about Boucher, 25 goals in the QMJHL last year for Halifax. Started in Brockville, but 22 goals there. So if you add it all up, that's a pretty hefty 47 goals over the course of last season, both major junior and junior A for Boucher. So he's a guy that has the finish, obviously, and see if it can translate to the next level.
Flames win the draw. Nikolaev back behind the goal. And Calgary's Beck, the goal scorer, gets a long shot ripped in by Reinhart. Beck tries to spin free, and Chason's got it. And Hansel and Beck are doing a little bit of fencing behind the net. With 3:40 left here in the third period, it's 4-1 Oilers rookies. A chance for Ty Nash. Did a good job in the forecheck. Created a look for himself, and he just ripped one wide of the net. Klapka back in the Calgary zone. Far side lead pass for Connor Zary, icing the call.
At the start of the game, we talked about Dustin Wolf, and this morning, head coach Mitch Love said he was going to get the start back-to-back nights, see how the night would go, and hasn't been as busy here tonight as he was last night, but still facing 24 shots. So the workload over a couple of nights, making sure he gets his reps, gets his shots in before main camp starts, and we'll see an opportunity to see Dustin Wolf in a main camp for the second time here with the Calgary Flames.
Calgary clears it out, knocked down by Kesselring. And Rhett Reinhart will bank one back into the Edmonton zone. No, Philp knocks it down. He has a goal tonight. The other 3 goals all scored for Edmonton by their top line. 2 from Dylan Holloway and 1 from James Hamlin. No, Philp through center. This pass knocked down. Schaefer rips it all the way into the Calgary end, and Jeremy Poirier back behind his goal. Under 3 minutes left in the third period, and the Oilers rookies up by a score of 4-1. Poirier will start it up the right side through the middle for Connor Zary. For Walker Dewar, he couldn't pick it up cleanly, and then Peterson went in and got a good piece at Hansel. Flames go middle zone breakout. This could be icing. They're going to wave it off as hustling on his horse as Connor Zary gets run hard into the boards there. And back behind his goal is Philip Kemp, tied up by Walker Dewar. Boy, Dewar can skate. Hansel's got it now. Far side pass looking for Nash through the middle. And that's broken up by Peterson, and the Flames. Solovyov will end up getting it up the boards. Calgary starts back. Cole Schwint to the Edmonton blue line, sends it in. Under 2 minutes left in the third period. What are rookies leading by a score of 4-1. Schwint in on the forecheck. Luca Hoff, soft chip up the boards. He took a hit, and no question, Klapka got him there. And he's running around, and Warner reverse pivoted on the play. Knocked down, Klapka centers in front. Chance at the side of the net. Good save by Rodrigue, who's come on here in the third period and had some good stops. It's back to LaPointe. Kuznetsov's shot deflects off of Angaris wide of the net. Flames still have possession. They're down by 3. There's 1:20 left in the third period. Cole Schwint back to the right point, shoots. And making the save is Edmonton's netminder, Olivier Rodrigue. A lot of, like most people would say that Dustin Wolf is a top 4 prospect for the Calgary Flames organization. Olivier Rodriguez, he was drafted, top 65 picks overall in the draft. His journey has been a little bit delayed, but he's had a good night tonight. And
He sure has.
Adam Klapka, he's landed some blows tonight, both with the fists and on the forecheck.
That entire offensive sequence was set up by that hit on Luka Hoff, and they ended up getting a couple of pretty good chances. The last one, that deflection from Jacob Pelche on the Cole Schwint point shot.
4-1, a minute left in the third period. The Oilers rookies leading the Flames rookies. Rhett Reinhardt activates from the right point. Holloway might have gotten away with the hook on the play. It's back to the right point. Boucher. Shot. Misses the far side. Centered back in front. Kept front of the puck. Tried to pop it behind the goal. There's a pass that gets picked off by Dylan Holloway. Starting away with Bourgault. And the Oilers rookies will send it back into the Calgary zone, and the Oilers will get their top line off the ice with 35 seconds left in the game. Calgary starts back through the middle, left side. And away go the Flames through center, looking for Cole Huckins. That got knocked down. No, Phillips starts back. Gets Poirier, just chips it and chases back in. Not overly aggressively. I mean, you're up by 3 goals here. 20 seconds left in the game. Flames cleared out. Kesselring knocks it down, and he dumps it far side to Matvei Petrov through center, up over the line. Petrov shoots. Lifts one high up and over the shoulder of the netminder there. It's behind the net, and that'll conclude this one as the Edmonton Oilers rookies beat the Calgary Flames rookies by a score of 4-1.
Some impressive stuff from the guys that, as an Edmonton Oilers fan, you'd want to see it from. That top line continues to be their best in this tournament, both in game number 1 against the Winnipeg Jets and here again tonight. James Hamblin gets 1, and then Dylan Holloway 2 in the third period to salt this one away. And if I'm an Oilers fan, I'm liking what I'm seeing both on the score sheet and on the ice.
Thought Olivier Rodriguez was solid for the Oilers rookies. Who'd you like for Calgary tonight?
It's interesting because I think they're still trying to sort out some of the chemistry. I mean, obviously Dustin Wolf has been solid through 2 games and maybe the Calgary Flames' best player overall, but I liked some of the things I've seen from Adam Klapka as well, a guy that we're seeing for the first time in a Flames uniform. He's been involved, he's been physical in a couple of chances, and I thought, Jack Beck showed pretty well tonight here as a guy that's one of the younger players coming out of junior, and still like to see a little bit more from those top guys in terms of the offense. Just 1 goal through 2 games, and that'll come. Just trying to work out some of the rust here so far this early on in this Young Stars Classic, but showing some signs of it.
Oilers rookies beat the Flames rookies by a score of 4-1. Our next game will be Sunday. That is 2 p.m. Pacific time when the Vancouver Canucks rookies take on the Winnipeg Jet rookies. Bob Stauffer from the Oilers Radio Network, Brendan Parker from the Flames Television, our entire broadcast crew. Battle of Alberta, the first installment won't be the last this year, Brendan.
No, it won't, and it's always entertaining. Another good one tonight that had some physicality, some conversations throughout the night. And in the end, it's the Oilers that get the win.
4-1 the final score. So long, everybody, tonight from Penticton.